Hello. How's everybody doing? Oh man. Oh man. So this audio sound good? Man. So this audio sound good? Man. So this audio sound good? Man. Okay, it should be. If it gives you any issues, or if somebody notices it doing something weird, let me know. Give me 1 second. Hey, how's it going, dude? How you doing? Ready for some Demon Souls? Because I know I am. I know I sure am. I know I sure am. Let me tell ya. You better believe I am. Oh, hello. Hey, how's it going, dude? Hello. Yes. Demon Souls. The best Souls game ever. For sure. No, actually, I don't know about that. But it's pretty darn good. I like it. I've been enjoying it a lot. Pretty immensely. So, we're gonna... Let's see here. I think I need more grasses too at some point. I guess I can... Well, I'll fix that later. I think when I go to World 1, I'll be able to fix that. I run the risk of running out of grasses here, but it should be fine. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is the setup here. And then what I do is I go... and then I need to kill Reapers with... Dragon Halberd here. Anything other than Dragon Halberd will not work for Reapers, basically. And then, that's the most important thing. You know what's so funny is I was actually watching some of my videos, a couple hours ago. And, like, my Oblivion videos are not bad. I don't know, it's pretty arrogant for me to say, but I was watching them and I was actually kind of enjoying myself a little bit. I wouldn't say it was, like, the best thing I've ever... Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, you know. It's a trip down memory lane. And Oblivion was a lot of fun, for sure, to play. Like a huge amount of fun to play. I don't know if anyone's seen any of my Oblivion videos, but it was a lot of fun. That's for sure. Okay, I need Thieves' Ring for this part. It's very important that I have Thieves' Ring here. Where is it? Oh, we don't need Cling Ring. Very important that I have Thieves' Ring here. Without that, this is going to be a lot tougher. Okay. Easy. Oh, come on. Boom. Go. I'm like a huge Demon Souls fan, for sure. There's no way around it. There's absolutely no way around it. All about that Demon Souls. I can't get enough of it. What can I say? Honestly, I might play this game in New Game Plus more than any other Souls game. Like, actually. I might actually play this a lot. Play this more than any other Souls game. I don't know. That's a good question. For Dark Souls 2, it's hard to keep track of it because if you play offline, it doesn't keep track of it on Steam. But for Dark Souls 1, honestly, I could give you a really good answer. For this game, it's about it's about 100 hours, I think. Maybe a little bit less than 100 hours for this game. For Dark Souls 1, I can actually give you a really good answer in like 1 second. I can give you a really good answer in 1 second. Oh, well, hold on. Let me kill this Reaper first. Actually, let me kill this Reaper first. Freaking ghosts. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay, now I can tell you. Give me 1 second. Let me alt tab out. So for Dark Souls 1, for the original Dark Souls, so like I said, for Dark Souls 2, I don't know. It's probably under 1,000, but not that much under 1,000, I'd say. For Dark Souls 1, I have about 150 hours in the original game, and then I have about 400 hours in the other one, or in the remaster. So I have, like, in Prepare to Die, and then I have 400 in the remaster. So about 550 hours. And then for Dark Souls 3, I have 370 hours. Yeah, that's a really good point. That is a really good point. Because I've played it, I've beaten it so many times, and it's, like, really good to do that. Like, I definitely understand where you're coming from there. So yeah, probably maybe, I guess maybe 500-ish hours in Dark Souls 2. Maybe a little more. And then, like, 300, like, maybe 400 hours in Dark Souls 3. And then about 500 hours in Dark Souls 1. Which is kind of weird that Dark Souls 1 is the one I've played the most. It might be an issue with, there might be an issue with how it's calculated on my Steam for, like, some reason. So, possibly that's underreporting on some of those games, but yeah. It's tough to say for sure. But I definitely am a huge fan of the game. Absolutely. Demon Souls, I agree Demon Souls is really good. Demon Souls actually, it's really growing on me as a Souls game. Like, the more I play Demon Souls, the more I like it, actually. It's actually pretty incredible like, I've played a lot of Demon Souls at this point, and it just doesn't stop getting, it stays good. Like, it's so much fun to play Demon Souls, actually. I have to admit. I don't know if it's my favorite Souls game. It's definitely up there, though, for sure. It's definitely up there. Oh. Hold up. Kill Scream Reaper. Cool. Oh, I need Thieves Ring for him. I absolutely need Thieves Ring for him. Yeah, Demon Souls is like, it's actually shockingly good. I might do, like, 3 characters to New Game Plus for Demon Souls. I might do Demon Souls more than any other Souls game. So, like, if I do Dark Souls 1 again, it's gonna be a, if I do Dark Souls 1 again, it's gonna be like a Faith... It's gonna be like a Faith dexterity character. And I might do that relatively soon, even. If I do Dark Souls 2 again, it'll be a Spellcaster character, and that's probably the one I'm gonna do last. I'm probably not gonna do that one for a really long time. And then if I do Dark Souls 3 again, I'm gonna do, like, a no-hit character. I'm gonna do, like, a really specific, like, no-hit type character. Whose whole deal is not getting hit at all by enemy attacks. But I haven't worked that out yet, or like I know how to do it actually. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, the remake, the thing is, I would play the remake, but I can't because it's only on PS5. So I literally cannot play the remake. I would play the remake if I could. But I think they didn't mess it up too much. Like, I assume it's mostly the same. I don't know, to be honest. I have to admit I don't know that much about the remake. I mean, that's debatable. Like, I think it sort of looks better, personally. I mean, it looks good. It does look good. Like, I don't want to, like, criticize the hard work of the people who worked on it, but that's subjective. Like, whether or not it looks better is subjective. Oh, shoot. Because obviously the people who worked on it probably worked really hard on it. And it does look good. It does, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But to me it looks like a modern game. Some people say that. I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily say that. Because they didn't really change very much. If anything, I would have liked that they change more so it's a different game. The problem is that's really controversial. That's like one of my controversial opinions that I have about remasters. Okay, is I think a remaster should change stuff. Okay, because if you really wanted to play the original game, you could just play the original game. Like, it's like really unbelievably stupid. Like most, like if they remastered like imagine, let's say for the sake of argument that they remastered like a really old crappy game, like Elder Scrolls Arena. You know, like let's say they remastered like Elder Scrolls Arena. I don't know if people know what I'm talking about when I talk about Elder Scrolls Arena. It's like a really old crappy DOS game. Like a really, really crappy old DOS game that sucks really bad. It's like a really terrible game. If they didn't change the gameplay, I would be mad. If they literally re-released Arena and they did a graphical upgrade and they didn't change the gameplay, I would be pissed. I wouldn't buy it. I'd be like, this is a waste of money because this game is unplayable. It's like it's a really, really horrible game. And so I literally expect every single remaster to change stuff. That's literally my expectation. I literally have the expectation that if there's a remaster, they should change stuff. That's like every single time. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and like, to be honest with you, I don't think they necessarily have to change everything. Yeah, exactly. It should literally just be a different game. Or no, that's what I'm saying, is it should, like, a remaster should always be a different game. At least a little bit. I don't think they should change everything all the time. Like, for example, like, have you ever played Pokemon Fire Red? Have you ever played Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green? Like, that's a remaster of... That's, like, the best remaster ever. You know what I mean? Like, that's, in my opinion, that's the best remaster. Is my miracle memory literally capped at 4? Okay, whatever. That's literally the best remaster ever made. In my opinion. Because... We'll go Fragrant Ring here. And that's literally the best remaster in the world, in my opinion. Okay, and the reason why is because it changes just enough for it to be a different game, but it doesn't change so much that it's indistinguishable. It's really, really good. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green is Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are really, really good. Those are really, 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 really good games. If a remaster, and they change everything, so it's new graphics, new music, new character sprites. They add the stuff from Pokemon, like Red and Blue and stuff, or they add stuff from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. It's like, that's the expectation, that's the watermark. If your remaster doesn't change stuff like that, it's not really a remaster. Now, to be fair, I guess Dark Souls Remastered is literally just the same game, but the Dark Souls Remaster, that came out, like, that was just a cash grab. That was literally just them trying to rip people off. That's like they changed like barely anything about the game. These other remasters where the game looks totally different, that's basically just like a resolution upscale. Like that's like it's barely noticeable between that and the original Dark Souls. And it's like basic, and that honestly is a pretty bad remaster too. Because it's kind of just a lazy cash grab. They should have added something new. Honestly, for the Dark Souls remaster, I guess they fixed some bugs or whatever, right? So, okay, sure, whatever, right? Like, that is a fair point. They fixed bugs or something, sure. Okay, you got it. Fair enough. But every other aspect of that game is just like, whatever. Every other aspect of that remaster is whatever. I can tell you my hardware specs in just a second. My computer wasn't that expensive, but it is a homemade one. I did build it. So, and this is an emulator. It's RPCS3, yeah. Absolutely, this is an emulator. I don't have the means to... I don't have a PlayStation 3. And even if I did, I wouldn't want to... Because I'd have to do, like, capture card and stuff. Which I guess I probably could do, but it's like, whatever. I'll tell you my specs in just a second. Give me a little bit of time. Because I need to kill this boss first, and then I'll go look really fast. But my specs aren't too insane. This PC cost me like $1,000. I built it myself, and it cost me like $1,000. It was like 3 or 4 years ago now. But hopefully I don't have to swap anything out on it or fix it up anytime soon. Just because I don't want to. That's the nice thing about building a computer, though. Your own computer is... you'll actually get a lot more mileage out of it than you think. Give me 1 second and I'll tell you. It's not a top-of-the-line rig, no matter what. Like, it's a good computer, but it's not top-of-the-line or anything like that. Hold up. We'll head back to the Nexus first. Give me 1 sec. I think this is this the last one, or no? There's two, or it's 2 more. So we're almost done. There's only 2 more Alants to kill. Hold up. Let me take a look here. This PC properties. The RAM's down for. Well, let me take a look at my RAM. Or no, do I? Uh-oh. Hold up. Speaking of my RAM, let me look at something. Okay. So I have an my processor is an AMD Ryzen 5600X. 6-core. So this is my that's my CPU. And then my video card is, and then I have 32 gigs of RAM. And then I have AMD Radeon, and then my video card is an AMD Radeon RX 6600. Yeah. So I only do AMD. I'm like an AMD guy. 100%. So it runs it seamlessly. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's nowhere near top of the line. But that's also not bad either. That's pretty okay as far as I understand it. That's a pretty decent rig, I guess. Nothing like super fancy, but good enough for most uses. We need to bring a magical nature because we're gonna. Yeah, it's not bad. You could definitely have a stronger PC than mine. Like if I trying to run like a top of the line game is like a little intensive for my computer. But other than that, it's basically a top of the line rig. I guess. I don't know. Like I get the impression it's a pretty good computer. Because considering I can play this game, but that's the crazy thing. It only cost me $1,000, but I had to put it together myself. So you'll want to do that. That's the most important thing. Man, I actually recommend every person put their own computer together. At least you can run Daggerfall. Yeah, I can run Daggerfall. I can run I can run Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. Not that I'd ever want to play it. Not that I would ever want to play it, but I can do that. Yes. I can run a game that I would never want to play under any circumstances. Absolutely. That is true. I can run an awful video game that no one ever wants to play in their whole lives. I can run the worst video game ever made. Like legitimately one of the worst video games ever. Just an unplayable, garbled mess of mazes that goes nowhere. With like buggy main quests. I've actually played Daggerfall before, believe it or not. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time. Actually, since I played Daggerfall. It was kind of fun. It actually was kind of fun. I did like an exploity thing though. I was playing as like a vampire, basically, which is not as fun as you'd think it would be. Not anywhere near as fun as you think it might be. But it was okay, I guess. I thought that one... Okay, whatever. So I thought that one got up. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, see, you can't hit him beforehand. The game's like, no. At least I can run. Yeah. Maybe I'll play Daggerfall on stream, actually, someday. That's actually a game I could play on stream. The problem is I need to do some research on it. It's, like, not easy to do. It's, like, not a super easy game, actually. You have to, like, know a bunch of stuff. And I've beaten it, but I would need to put, like, more effort into it. To, like, really, truly do it. Like, I'd want to do, like, a warrior character and stuff. Character generation is, like, really crappy. Oh, fudge! No! They're gonna kill me. Oh, never mind, I got it. Okay, cool. Cool. That was lucky. Oh. Well, yes, vampires are pretty bad, except in Skyrim. In Skyrim, they're okay. In Skyrim, they're okay. In Morrowind, they're really terrible. I've done Morrowind with vampirism. That's really crappy. There's like literally no use for it. It's basically unplayable. And then I've done Daggerfall vampirism, where it's actually totally doable. You can beat the whole game with vampirism in Daggerfall, no problem. And it's actually pretty okay. But you have to do it right. You have to set it up, and then you have to do it right. And then in Skyrim, it's okay too. In Skyrim, you just have to know how to do it. But once you figure it out, it's not so bad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, actually. People know Skyrim. That's so crazy. Even on Legendary, you can do Vampire. Well, it does kind of suck, because the damage is sort of low. Even if you do everything right, the damage is kind of low. Oh. But yeah, you want to like make yourself invincible to magic. And if you get hit by any fire attacks at all, you just like die, unless you have like a necromage character that's set up with bonus defenses. Although to be fair, the problem with necromage is you have to be fair, it's necromage is you have to have like a really high restoration, which is like really hard to get. Restoration is really hard to level in Skyrim. It's like the worst skill in the game to level in Skyrim. Oh yeah, and in Oblivion it's miserable. It's just the worst. Or yeah, that's true. You could also be a Dark Elf. But I think it only brings you back to neutral. So like you only take... Yeah, but Dark Elf is actually... That's a really good point. Dark Elf is like a really good point. Maybe I'll mess around with that some more. Or don't you benefit from having more mana? I can't remember. I can't remember if vampire spells cost mana or not. Because technically I think High Elf would be the best stand objectively, but I think maybe Dark Elf isn't the worst study in the world. But you can make your... Oh shoot. You can make yourself immune to... Khajiit. Khajiit's a fun race, for sure. I've actually never really done... Or no, there is a use for Khajiit in that game. Because you can make yourself, you can do an unarmed character. You absolutely can do an unarmed character in that game. It's like kind of bad, but you can do it. So I've done that before, unarmed as a Khajiit. That was fun. That was actually really fun. I actually really liked that character. I'm not sure it was like worth it to do. Well, no, maybe I'll do that on stream someday. Yeah, it's not as good in it's not as good in the other games. Hand-to-hand's kind of complicated because I think Todd doesn't really like it. But to be fair, at least it's distinct. You have to give them that, like, if you play like if you play like whatever it's called, if you play like Fallout New Vegas, right? So if you play New Vegas, it's if you play New Vegas, it's basically the same as Melee, right? It just kind of feels the same. And so I do like that in Fallout 4 and stuff, and like Skyrim and stuff, that it's actually just kind of crappy. You know, which like makes sense, right? Like if you're actually going around punching enemies, it should stink. Like it should be crappy. So like I've kind of come around to that. But when I first played those games, I was like, why isn't unarmed good? Unarmed should be good, you know? Because I like want to play as like a monk character who like punches people and stuff. But like I think it actually makes more sense for it to suck and be bad. Like just so it's unique and different. But I think in Oblivion in particular, it's like really too bad. I think in Oblivion in particular, it's actually just kind of too crappy. Yeah, Fallout 3 was good. Fallout 3 was really good. It's very depressing though. I don't like the story. The story I think is very bad. But the game itself is really good. The game itself is really good. My uncle bought it for me when I was a teenager, and I played it a lot. So I really liked Fallout 3. Fallout 3 was one of those games that was like really good. Right? Yeah, the story was bad, absolutely. It was like way too depressing. It's like the thing is, if you play Fallout 1 is not depressing. Fallout 1 is maybe like a little tiny bit depressing, but it's on the main, it's pretty good. Fallout 2 is like a comedy. Okay, like if you really, Fallout 1 and 2 are basically comedies. They're like fun, right? And so like if you play Fallout 3 is not a comedy. It's like really depressing. It's like really, really, really depressing and awful. And then Fallout New Vegas is fun too. Fallout New Vegas is back to being fun. And then Fallout 4, I think everybody hated Fallout 3's story so much because of how depressing it was that when they made Fallout 4, they made it too fun. Because you know how like Fallout 4, like nothing matters and it's like really goofy? Like Fallout 4 is literally like the dumbest game ever. Or I shouldn't say the dumbest game ever, but it's a very like... Fallout 4 is a very like comedic game. Basically. And I think that whatever it's called. I think Fallout 3 is like a comedic game. Or I mean, Fallout 4 is like Fallout 4 is like too much the other direction, where it's like too much, where it's like it doesn't take itself seriously enough. And so I mean, I guess there's no pleasing some people, right? You know. Yeah, Fallout 1 is good. I've actually played Fallout 1 a lot of times. I've actually played Fallout 1 a whole bunch of times. That's like I've played that one like 4 or 5 times through. It's pretty good actually. But you have to know how to play it. You have to really like put in the work to get it. But it is good. It's very good actually. It's actually very, very, very good. Like, I'm a really massive Fallout 1 fan, actually. It's very good. Very, very good game. Like, very, 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 very good game. I've played it through many times. The only problem with it is they patched it. They've patched it since it came out. So it came out in, like, 2001. And there's patches for the game that date back. There's, like, fan patches for the game. Yeah, very balanced. Very balanced indeed, yeah. That's the problem, is it, like... If you do anything else, you can't do that. So you have to have a character built like this to do that. Very balanced indeed. Yes, very balanced. Obviously, extremely balanced. Not troublesome at all. very, 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 very balanced. Absolutely. But if you the problem with Fallout 1 is that they patched it since. So it came out in like 2001, and they have patched it on Steam. And they patched it in like 2017 or 2019 or something, which is like really stupid. And then not only that, they can't fix the bugs with Fallout 2. So they patched Fallout 1, but there's still Fallout 2 like crashes and bugs, where like your save file will become corrupted. So like that's a thing that can happen in Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. And so they've like messed with the game's balance in like really stupid ways, and they've like fixed a bunch of glitches. Which, like, the thing is, if you're gonna fix exploits, like, just don't even bother. Like, if you are like a guy balancing or if you're a guy patching a video game like 10 years after the fact, don't even fix exploits. Don't even bother fixing exploits. Do yourself a favor and fix glitches, right? And so, like, Fallout 2, so there's like a Fallout 1 fan patch that fixes some some exploits, and it's like, why even bother fixing exploits when Fallout 2 literally crashes and your save files will become unusable. And like, it's like they didn't fix that. So they can't fix that, or they didn't fix that. But they're willing to go through the trouble of like fixing the fun exploits. And it's like, don't even bother doing that. It's like so annoying. It like annoys me. It really, really annoys me that like, and like that's what the same problem with the unofficial Elder Scrolls patch, where they fix like some bugs, but mostly what they do is they fix exploits. And it's like some of the exploits aren't even really exploits. And so it's like in Skyrim, what you can do, there's a trick you can do where you can trade. You can if you have a follower that can train you in a skill, you can have them train you in a skill, so that I can see how they started. Yeah, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan too. Actually, So I played Final Fantasy when I was a kid. Yeah, I'm also a huge Final Fantasy fan. I haven't played any of the games past 6, basically. I've played like a little bit of 7. I played Final Fantasy. I played Final Fantasy 1. I played Final Fantasy 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. But I haven't played 3 yet, and I haven't played. And I've only played a little bit of 7, and I haven't played any game past that. So I haven't played like 15 or anything like that. But I am a really huge fan of Final Fantasy 1. I think it kind of sucks on the NES, but like, you know, that's the NES for you. Final Fantasy 2 was shockingly good. Final Fantasy 2 was like shockingly good. I mean shockingly good. Final Fantasy 2 was actually really, really good. Like really, like strangely good. Like really, really, really strangely good. Final Fantasy 2 was. That's the one that's like, and I played it as a kid. I actually beat that game as a kid. That was a long time ago, but I did beat that game as a kid, and I kind of didn't get it, but at the same time, like, I did beat it as a kid. So even as a kid, I was able to beat that game. But I had the Game Boy Advance version, which is like a little different than the NES version. But yeah, I thought the NES version was really good, actually. I really enjoyed it. It was shockingly good. It was actually really good. The thing is, when you play those NES games, it's never as consistent. Like, Fire Emblem 1 on the NES was really good, and then Fire Emblem 2 was really bad, right? But Final Fantasy 1 was really bad, and then Final Fantasy 2 was really good. And that's like the weird thing about the NES. Is like, I guess they didn't have the rules. See, people complain all the time about modern games. They're like, oh, this game's, the new game sucks or whatever, right? Like, people think that Fallout 4 sucks. Fallout 4 is really good. Fallout 4 is actually really good. Like, not to have too many hot takes or whatever, but I really like Fallout 4. I think Fallout 4 is really good. Yeah, Final Fantasy 2 is really good. It's a genius game. It's a truly brilliant video game. Actually, it's actually like it's like, I don't know if it's my favorite video game ever for sure. Like, I don't think it's my favorite video game, but it is absolutely genius. Final Fantasy 2 is so underrated and actually just like secretly really genius. Yeah, as a kid, even as a kid, I enjoyed it. I actually had a lot of fun with that game even as a kid, weirdly. Final Fantasy 1 is like insanely genius. Oh, really? You're playing Final Fantasy 2 right now? That's awesome. I love Final Fantasy 2. I think it's one of the most like I said, it's so underrated. You're really close to the end, huh? That's awesome. I played it like maybe a year ago or something. It was really awesome. Really, really fun to play. Okay. So good. Cause like, have you done like any exploits, or like what's your setup? Yes, it reminds me of Elder Scrolls, doesn't it? But that's the question. That's actually the crazy thing about Final Fantasy II, is it's not clear whether or not it affected Elder Scrolls or not. You know, because it's very similar to Elder Scrolls, but it's not clear which one came first. I actually don't know which one came first. Because they're very similar. I'll just hit him with Firestorm. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty cool place. I like Tropical Island. That's like super fun. Yeah, the game gets a little bit easier after Tropical, or I wouldn't say easier after, but that's like one of the spots where the game is like a little tiny bit easier. Because I think Dreadnought is where it's like the hardest. Uh-oh. Fudge. Oh, yeah, see, that's an easier version. I think that's a little bit of an easier version. The NES version is harder. But it's not like that much harder. I don't think. I'm not actually sure. Because I know for Final Fantasy 1, any version after the NES is easier. For whatever that's worth. 1 second. But it's still super good. The new graphics look great and everything. That's like one of the pleasant surprises. I think that game is actually like if I could go back, if I could give a game like the underrated seal, like the seal of like being an underrated game, I would give it to Final Fantasy 2. Well, they're not that glitchy. Like if you're doing weird stuff, yeah, they are, but most of the time they're not that glitchy. In my experience, I wouldn't call them like insanely glitchy. Like it's not the same as like Skyrim. Like, Skyrim is, like, stupid glitchy, you know what I mean? Like, Skyrim is, like, bonkers glitchy, you know? But I wouldn't say that Elder Scroll, or I wouldn't say that, like, Fallout New Vegas is pretty glitchy, too. Fallout New Vegas is really glitchy, Skyrim's really glitchy, right? I wouldn't say that those games are really all that glitchy. I never had, like, a game-breaking bug when I played those games. Like, and when I call glitchy, yeah, this game, or which game? This game, the game I'm playing, or Demon Souls, or Final Fantasy 2. Yeah, that's my blue bar. Oh, yes, this game does have mana. Yes, this is this. So the number of cast thing is only in Dark Souls 1 and 2. It's like, yes, it is really weird. So when they have mana in Dark Souls 3, it's because they brought it back. That's like one of the weird things about it. Hmm? Oh. Okay. Let's see. It's really convenient though, because you can do lots of stuff like this, and then that way I don't have to worry about my spellcasts. Yeah, Demon Souls has a lot of fun stuff going on. I think it's a much better system than Dark Souls 3. I think mana can be really bad in some of these games, but I think for Demon Souls they did a good job. Maybe if only just like a little tiny bit. Oh, come on. Boom. Yeah, I think mana is a little. It's honestly Blue Estus. It's straight up Blue Estus. Yeah, that's the thing is for DLC bosses you basically don't even want to use mana. Or, I mean, you want to use mana-efficient spells. You want to use, like, Great Soul Arrow and stuff. Which is, like, a huge pain. But, my opinion is... My opinion is it's Blue Estus. What's really wrong is Blue Estus with Dark Souls 2. Or, I mean, Dark Souls 3. If there was, like, something other than Blue Estus, I think it'd be fine. Although, I think Elden Ring has Blue Estus, and it's better? Like, magic is good in Elden Ring again, somehow. But maybe, like, Elden Ring has melee miracle, or has melee spells that are really good, right? So, like, maybe Elden Ring works differently than the other games. Because I've heard good things about magic in Elden Ring. Elden Ring on your phone, on your iPhone. You're sitting there playing, you're playing. That sounds Morrowind on your phone sounds insane. I don't know how the heck you could possibly do that. That I can't even imagine how you would do that, because the UI is just so goofy. How do you click on items on your phone? How does that even work? Like, literally, how do you do that? That makes no sense. I'm like, what do you even... How do you play Morrowind on your phone? I'm, like, confused. How? Got that sick phone Morrowind. How do you mess with the UI? How do you even interact with the UI on your phone? That's, like, insane to me. I guess there's a console version, isn't there? Where the field of view is, like, smaller or something, or the inventory is smaller. Honestly, no. Honestly, I think maybe I could see that working. The problem is the inventory screen you'd have to like scroll around on it or something. But, like, I guess I could see it working, but it seems like that would be really awkward and difficult to play. That would be, like, really, really awkward and difficult to play, it seems like. So we drop off these. Okay. Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, there's a PlayStation. Oh, you played the PlayStation version. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. That's actually really interesting. It seems like, yeah, Tim, if you asked me if that would be a good experience, you know, I don't know anything about it, right? But, like, if you came up to me and you're like, "Hey, is, you know, this a good experience?" I'd be like, "No." I'd be like, "There's no way." But, like, if people say it's good, it's good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so a PC emulator that's playing... That's so goofy. I can't believe a phone can play Morrowind. Like, it makes sense. Like, I know that makes sense. But boy, is that so weird. That a phone can play Morrowind. Like, I know that makes sense, and yet that's still so crazy that a phone can play Morrowind. That is really crazy. To me. Like, that's how far phones have come. Honestly, probably even my phone can play Morrowind.
This is a sanctuary for the lost and the wretched.
Oh, we'll skip these.
There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please, leave quietly.
Yeah, we're gonna try hitting him with this. Elden Ring on a phone. Yeah, that sick Elden Ring emulation on phone. That sick Elden Ring phone version. That sick Elden Ring phone version. That everyone loves. Oh, nope. Wrong one. There we go. Okay, I don't think that's more efficient than doing things this way. Where is... Oh, wow, he's panicking. Look at that. What is he doing? What is he doing? This is a new one. I gotta say, this is a new one. That's a new one out of him. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Yeah, he looks like Velstead, doesn't he? Doesn't he? He sure looks like Velstadt for sure. Hmm. Ow, hyper armor. Oh god. Try to kill melee. No, I have not done that. That's something I probably should try, but I've never thought to. I don't know, do you get a different interaction? Oh shoot. Ah. Oh, come on. Ah. Ugh. I don't know what happens. Does something change? The problem is I don't know how you do that, because he comes to defender, right? Oh, well he just like drops dead, right? So I've never done it. I've never actually done it. How do you even do it? How do you even do it? Is the only thing. I don't know how you do it. Oh, okay. Nah, at this point it's too late. I don't think bows can work anymore on her, because she heals herself, and it's like New Game Plus. So I think it's too late. I think I can't actually do it anymore. If I had a different character setup in New Game, I think it'd be okay. But I'm pretty sure I can't actually successfully do it anymore, because she'll heal too much. It's for the same reason why you can't kill Leechmonger in New Game Plus with a bow, unless you have like the right stats or whatever. Come on. This guy. Oh, the Morian Blade? Yeah, but I don't want to set that up. I don't have the setup for that. Like, you're probably right, but I just don't have the setup for that right now. It's not a bad idea, though. Like, I don't actually like RTSR in this game. In these games, generally. I think they're a little too fragile. I think there's like actually kind of no point in doing those setups in these games usually, because if you get hit once, you just like die immediately, unless you have like second chance. But you can't soul thirst if you have second chance. So I think those are a little bit overrated in these games. They're not bad. They're like I understand that they can be used, but I also don't think that they. Oh shoot! Ah well. I know that they can be used, but I generally don't use them. I don't think they're as good as people think they are. Because you end up in a scenario where like, you just die. Like, I know they can be used, but, like, generally, like, if you can use them, you don't even need them. It's one of those situations where, yeah, that's actually what I think it comes down to, is, like, there's never a scenario where if you're RTSRing, you can already kill the boss just fine. You literally don't even need RTSR. That's the issue with them. That's, like, straight up the issue with them. Is, like, if you're good enough that you're RTSRing, you don't even need it. Like, you already know the boss. It's like so you're putting a hat on a hat, in my opinion. Oh, in this boss, yes. Actually, I see what you're saying. Like, that's totally. The only problem is that you need to have the setup for your health, which is just like also like ridiculous. So you need to have like the HP setup too. Strength. Oh wait, nope. Not enough. I need more. How many times have I killed Allant? So 0. I think it's. Oh, this is 5. No, is this 5? I think this is 5. Is there a way to check my New Game Plus level? Is there a way to triple? See, I need to keep track of this.
Hello.
Is there an item I always pick up or something? Because I'm pretty sure it's just this one and then one more. I'm like 99% sure it's this one and then one more. Let me take a look at something. Oh, I guess penetrating sword each time. Or wait, no. I think I didn't pick it up last time though. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure it's just two more. I'm like 99% sure it's just these two more. I don't know. Well, I guess I could triple check. What? How do you know? What is the method? Oh, the storm. Oh, you pick up Storm Riddler every time. Okay. See, I should have done that. Well, what I really should have done is I should have just had a soul. I should have kept one of the souls. Like I should have like a certain number of lead demon souls or something. But I didn't think that far in advance. Cause every time you kill Phalanx, you get a lead demon soul. So I should have. That's what I should have done. Honestly. But I didn't think that far, I guess. It's like really goofy. Okay, we go. Take a Firestorm, Homing Soul Arrow, and then Flame Toss. Or actually, you know what? Let's go, I don't know. We're doing Flame Toss. Flame Toss is good.
I had to make.
Flame Toss is good. See, I should have done that. That's what you're absolutely correct. I should have set it up. I'm pretty sure it's just two more. I'm like 99% sure it's just two more. It's this Allant, it's this Allant and then just one more Allant. I'm like 99% sure. I'm pretty sure I can just hold I have the count in my head. It's 4. I've done it 4 times. But yeah, I think if I do this again, I'll keep Phalanx Demon Soul. I'll keep the Lead Demon Soul from the Phalanx boss and then just never eat those. And then that way I'll always know. But I have 3 right now. And maybe I've only eaten 1. Because I should have 6 total though. So I must have eaten 2 or something. I don't know. That is a little stupid of me. Thank you. That is a little foolish of me. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. If I could do it again, I already done that. And then if I play this game again in the future, I'll do it that way. I'll count it that way. Oh, it's a Monday. I was thinking it's a frickin' Monday. Well, it's Monday afternoon, actually. It was Monday, basically. You know? It was Monday. That's the thing. It was Monday. That's the real skinny. You know what I mean? Like, Monday already happened. We're chilling on Tuesday. That's what's up. You know? Like, we got through Monday. Well, not me. I'm still doing stuff, but oh. Other than that, it's frickin' Monday, or it's the end, or it's the end of Monday. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what somebody was telling me, that they farmed Bladestone for like weeks and they never got it. Which I guess I got lucky or something, and I got Bladestone really fast. I got Bladestone like really fast. But I guess for some people they didn't get Bladestone fast, which must be really frustrating. But honestly, Bladestone, that's kind of why Bladestone I think is maybe the worst one. Or yeah, so what should happen, right, is it should drop off of Satsuki. Shoot, no, don't do that. Don't do that. It should drop off of Satsuki, right? Like, everyone agrees it should drop off Hasatsuki, but it just doesn't for some reason. Yeah, it's like I farmed it for on stream, but I think I just got lucky. Because I got one and it wasn't that bad. But I think I just got lucky. Because I've heard people complain endlessly about that stupid blade stone. The pure blade stone. Although to be fair to the developers, you don't actually need it to beat the game. If you're Dex character, you don't actually need it. Because you can just do Sucker Stone. You can farm slugs and get a tearing weapon. And that's good enough. So you don't actually need the blade stone. Not that I'm saying it's good. But you don't actually need it, is the thing. It's like not actually essential to beat the game with. Yeah. That's the thing is like it's like either a 0.5 drop chance or something. Or I think it's like less than 1%. It is really dumb. That's for sure. It is like really stupid. Absolutely. It's like actually really tragic. Unfortunately. Like it is actually really tragically bad. But like I said, so if you're playing a Dex character, if you have like a katana or like a war scythe or like a killage or something, and you want to beat the game but you don't want to farm Bladestone, just farm slugs. Just go grab the pure Sucker Stone from the Swamp of Sorrows and farm slugs. It's like way faster. It's like way faster than farming pure Bladestone. Bladestone is like really miserable to farm. That's the problem with the Dex character is Bladestone. Although to be fair, like getting through Swamp of Sorrows does stink, but like it's still so much faster than trying to farm Bladestone. Which weapon? The War Scythe? Yeah, I highly recommend War Scythe. War Scythe's really fun. If you ever want to actually have fun with a Dex character, use War Scythe. Katana's not bad either. Katana's pretty okay. It's definitely not my favorite weapon, but it's pretty alright. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, so you upgraded it and then you never even used it? Yeah. Because you were, like, done? Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. I can understand that, for sure. For sure. It's how it is, you know? Like, I've been there. Oh. Okay. But I did, like, Blade is good. A Blade upgrade is, a weapon that's +5 Blade is strong. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 Platinum wasn't really that hard. That's the thing, Dark Souls 2 Platinum was not that hard. It was a little tricky, but it wasn't really that bad, because you just gotta get to plus... You don't even have to get that far into +2. You know? Well, I'm just gonna block him. There we go. Because you don't have to get that far, and you literally only have to beat the game like 2 times. Basically. And it's really not that bad. It's actually pretty reasonable. If you like know Dark Souls 2, it's pretty reasonable. I thought Dark Souls 3 was pretty crappy. Because you have to farm the Covenant items. Or no! No, Dark Souls 2 was actually really bad. I'm sorry. I have to admit, Dark Souls 2 was really terrible. I hated farming, I'd almost rather farm Bladestone than Sunlight Metals. Screw Sunlight Metals, actually. I disagree. Actually, never mind. I changed my mind. I disagree. I think farming Sunlight Metals was the worst thing ever. Like, that was like the worst thing that ever happened to me or something. Like, that was awful. Farming Sunlight Metals. That really sucked. That sucked bad. With bonfire aesthetics? Yeah, no thank you. That was actually really awful. I have to admit. I think that really stunk bad. I think all the other ones are pretty okay. Yeah, sunlight metals. Yeah, the problem is sunlight metals. If you didn't have to farm sunlight metals, it'd be okay. And Dark Souls 3 kind of sucked too, because you had to farm. You had to farm. Whatever. You had to farm. What were they? You had to farm vertebra shackles. I thought vertebra shackles are pretty crappy. And then I think sunlight metals too were kind of lame too in that game. But I can't remember what enemy dropped sunlight metals in Dark Souls 3. Is it? Oh, it's Lothric Knights, right? I think it's Lothric Knights. Yeah, so like I said, vertebra shackles. Those stunk pretty bad too. Oh, that's Dark Souls. It was Dark Souls 1. I love Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 was really, really good. Like, really, really, really good. I remember I didn't really get it at first. It wasn't a game series that I understood. It was like playing Sekiro for the first time. Like, when I played Dark Souls 1 for the first time, I just, like, didn't get it. But once you get used to it as, like, a concept, it makes sense. You don't really need it, like, it's pretty, when you get used to it. But it is it's weird. The first time you do it, it's, like, really weird. It's, like, not too hard, but, like, you do need to be prepared for it. It's not like it just, like, it doesn't, like, play itself or anything like that. It is good, though, for sure. See, when I was a teenager, like, how the timeline of video games for me goes is I had a Game Boy and a GameCube when I was a kid. So, like, I remember being a really little kid, and I would play Warcraft 2, or no, so the first game console I ever played was a PC, and I had Warcraft 2. So I had, like, a bunch of those, like, kids games, and then I also had Warcraft 2. And I wasn't very good at Warcraft 2, but I loved making levels in the Warcraft 2 level designer, and I thought that was really awesome. And then, and that was, like, I had a huge amount of fun with that, but it was a very limited system. And then as I got older, I did, as I got older, I got a Game Boy Advance, and I played Pokemon Ruby. And I had a couple other Game Boy games. But the other one was Fire Emblem, which I wasn't very good at. I didn't actually get very far in Fire Emblem as a kid. You thought Dark Souls 1 was harder than Sekiro? Are you kidding me? That's wacky. Sekiro is pretty brutal. Sekiro is, like, really brutal, actually. Because I've been playing it Charmless Demon Bell. I've actually been playing it Charmless Demon Bell. So if you play Charmless Demon Bell, it's a lot harder. It's, like, actually really tough if you're doing it Charmless Demon Bell. But now that I think about it, yeah, if you're not doing Charmless Demon Bell, it's not that hard. Sekiro is actually pretty easy if you're not doing Charmless Demon Bell. But if you're doing Charmless Demon Bell, Sekiro is pretty tough. I wouldn't call it, like, ridiculously tough, but, like, it's gonna be serious effort to kill bosses with Charmless Demon Bell. Which is, by the way, when I stream Sekiro, it's gonna be Charmless Demon Bell. So, like, it's not. I'm not gonna cop out and just play Sekiro. It's gonna be Charmless Demon Bell. At this point, I can't do anything less than Charmless Demon Bell for Sekiro. Oop. But I guess that's good news for you guys. Bad news for me, but good news for you guys. I like when I did the Dark Souls 1 platinum, or I mean when I did the Dark Souls 2 platinum, I literally sat there killing falconers and things betwixt, and I listened to, like, Russian techno music, like really crappy Russian techno music. That was fun. Fun is a word for it, I guess. Fun is a word for it. So they're listening to like East Clubbers. some Russian, but they're Russian, but they do English language. It's like really weird. So those are like Russian DJs. Yeah, that's the issue with Sekiro. I actually think it's too easy in a lot of ways, but like, well, I mean, it's just too different. Like, I think people justifiably hate it because it is too different. It is kind of a shame. Well, no, the issue with Sekiro is it's not interesting enough. There's not enough RPG stuff. Like, you should be able to do a bunch of different weapons and stuff. But it's one of those games where I think it just didn't have that much time in development. Like, they didn't have enough time to add anything fun and interesting to it. So they kind of just, like, it's just an action game. It's just like, it's sort of like a Souls game, but it's mostly just an action game. And they really needed to have, like different equipment, you know what I mean? Like, there needed to be rings. I don't know if there needed to be armor. I think they could have left armor out. But there needed to be, like, rings, and there needed to be, like, stats, maybe, and there needed to be, like, different weapons or something. You know? Like, that's what the game really needed. It needed, like, a punching weapon, like a fist weapon, and it needed, like, maybe, like, an axe or something. And then the samurai sword. It needed different stuff. It needed maybe, like, a weapon upgrade system, like a blacksmith type thing. It needed something like that. It was okay, though. I honestly thought prosthetics was the problem. The main issue is prosthetics. I think prosthetics really stink. They're very bad. I think prosthetics are, like, very, very, very bad. Because, like, you just don't get enough... You don't get to experiment with them enough. And honestly, most of them aren't very good, even when you know how to use them. And then, like, your spirit emblems, you're competing with spirit emblems, too. So you can either do prosthetics or you can do, special moves. Techniques or whatever they're called. I can't remember. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, they're competing, like, your prosthetics are competing with your, hold up. Prosthetics are competing with your other stuff. And so it's, like, really bad. That's the issue with it. I hate to complain, but I think it's a really bad system. I do love Sekiro, but it is not a fun RPG game. It is not at all a fun RPG game. It is like 99% like a goofy, like... yeah, that's the thing. That's exactly it. It's like, honestly, Dark Souls 3 has that problem already. You know, like, Dark Souls 3 already has that problem, and then Sekiro is just like, it takes it a step farther. And so it's just like no fun. Like, Sekiro is literally no fun, basically. I do love it. I do love Sekiro. But, like, if you're expecting, like, a fun Souls game type experience, it's not even... Like, that's the issue, is they've... From Demon Souls, like, Demon Souls is mostly, like, a fun, like, adventure game. Like, Demon Souls reminds me of an old video game. Demon Souls just, like, a little tiny bit. It came out in, what, 2009? And it reminds me of an old video game. It reminds me of, like, an old school RPG, and that's really awesome. And then Dark Souls 1 is, like, a little bit less. It's really similar, but it's a little bit less. It reminds me more of, like, a new game and a lot less of, like, an old game. And then Dark Souls 2 is, like, even more so. Like, it's more of a new game and even less of an old game. And just, like, on and on like that. Like, that's the issue with these games. Oh, I need different setup for this. Well, it's fine for right now. No, I need Soul Ray. What am I doing? Do I need Soul Ray? Yeah, we'll get Soul Ray real quick here. No, but I mean, like, honestly, I think if it had more RPG stuff, I would like Sekiro more. Yeah, well, that is the cool part about Sekiro, and it's totally fair. Like, I don't think you're wrong or anything. I think you're absolutely justified in that opinion, 100%. Like, that's a completely fair opinion to have, and I kind of agree. But I do think it's a little bit of a shame. I would have preferred if there was just, like, a little tiny bit more RPG stuff in Sekiro, just like a little tiny bit more. But it's not a bad game at all. It's a really great game, actually. If you've never played Sekiro, it is really good. It's just so different from a Souls game, in my opinion. It's like a very, very different game, but it is satisfying. Especially if you're really good at it, it's very satisfying to play. Or the better you get at it, the more satisfying it is. For sure. Absolutely. It's worth getting good at, actually. It does feel very fun when you're like really good at. Oh shoot! I goofed up. I think I'll just kill the first one. Actually, never mind. I'll just pick off the first one, and then I'll have to. Because I need homing soul arrow for these guys. Otherwise, they just dodge me. Okay, it's good enough. I need to go back. Yeah, the story is better. I actually like the story of Sekiro. I think Sekiro's story is actually really good. But I think Sekiro's story is a continuation of Dark Souls' story. Because the idea being is that, so like the canon ending of Dark Souls 1 is, you reignite the bonfire, right? And then the canon ending of Dark Souls 2 is, so the canon ending, okay, so it goes like this, right? So the canon ending of Demon Souls is you kill the Maiden in Black and everything is destroyed. That's the canon ending of Demon Souls. Okay, and then that leads into Dark Souls 1. And the canon ending of Dark Souls 1 is you reignite the bonfire. Alright? So you reignite the flame and then the world is created again. And then it leads into Dark Souls 2. And the canon ending of Dark Souls 2 is you one second. And then the canon ending of Dark Souls 2 is you follow Aldea, or you do what Aldea says and you walk away and the fire goes out. And then that leads into Bloodborne. And then I don't know Bloodborne very well. One second actually, let me check something. Okay, cool, we're good. Never mind. The canon ending of Dark Souls 2, or I mean, and then I don't know Bloodborne very well, so I don't know which one the canon ending of Bloodborne is. But the dream ends basically. The canon ending of Bloodborne is the dream ends, and then that leads into where it's called. And then that leads into Dark Souls 3. And then the canon ending of Dark Souls 3 is Usurpation of Fire, I think. And so what happens is the Hollows steal the fire, and then they bring it to the east. And then the canon ending of Sekiro is the one where they bring the dragon back west, because the idea being is that the dragon of immortality is the first flame. If that makes sense. So they're all connected. All the stories are connected to each other, basically, is what I'm saying. See, I don't know. I speak Japanese, kind of. But I don't know how popular Sekiro was in Japan. I think that Japanese people don't necessarily like Japanese fiction. I don't really know how it works. But like maybe they do. I don't know. Because I know that like most RPGs are Western style, right? Like Japanese style RPGs are kind of rare. I think Naruto is a bit of an exception, right? Like when you think of like Japanese fiction, you think of, like Naruto. Oh. Cool. Then I double dip. There we go. Okay, and then I Because like Fire Emblem and stuff, that's like Western. Like Dragon Warrior in Final Fantasy is Western, right? Like I think like Japanese style fiction is like a more modern thing. I don't know if there were like a bunch of anime and stuff that were. See, because that's the crazy thing about it is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if how popular like Japanese style fiction is in the West. I think that for us, I mean in Asia, for us, obviously it's more interesting. I think Naruto is more interesting to us because of like how Japanese it is. But I think like other than that, I don't know how popular it is in Asia. Because it's not common. It's not as common, right? Most stories are like Western style. Because they think of like animation in video games as being kind of like these Western things, and they think of fantasy as being Western. I think to them, it's like religion. To them, it's like weird because it's like quasi-religious to them. It'd be like if there was like if you were playing like a video game that was like there was like about the Quran or whatever, and it was like Quran fantasy, you know, where there's like genies and like stuff like that, right? It would be like sort of like a Quranic fantasy kind of thing. So like things like Japanese legends and mythology and stuff is sort of like that. Yeah, yes, a lot of like the little stuff like that. Yeah, so you know, you have to know. It'd be like if you know, like how if like in a video game there was like a part where, and this is probably something that Japanese people have had to deal with, right? Where it's like you'll see something that has like a biblical reference. You know, there's like a reference to the Bible or whatever, or the Old Testament or whatever, and like to us that's like really obvious. Depending on who you are, like I don't necessarily know the Bible that well, right? But like, if there's like a serpent with like an apple, like I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be like a Garden of Eden thing type deal, or like I guess the Gek, the Garden of Eden creation kit, right? So like if you're playing, like imagine you're playing Fallout 3 as like a Japanese person, and like you get to the part where they talk about the Garden of Eden creation kit. And it's like you wouldn't know what that is. You'd be like, "What's the Garden of Eden?" You know, like Garden of like what is this? You'd have to like know, like someone would have to explain to you what that was. You know, but like to us, we don't really think about it. It's just like whatever, you know, or like David and Goliath or something, right? Like the concept, like it's stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff like that in Sekiro, which is pretty cool. Like for example, the red guys, they have the seal of Oda Nobunaga. Right? So like to us they're just like, oh, they're just like random enemies. But no, the Interior Ministry is supposed to be like a real guy. He's like the actual army of Oda Nobunaga. Although I highly doubt that they were equipped like that. The way they are in Sekiro. But like whatever, right? Ow. Jeez. That guy went down swinging. For sure. Yeah, Shura. You're the Shura ending. Where you're like some kind of like evil, like you're some god of wrath or something. Yes. Where it's like, we don't even know what that is. It's like, we don't know if that's... So it's like a reference to some Buddhist concept or something, but we don't know what that is. And so it's like kind of weird, right? Like in our culture... You never have a video game where there's a bunch of statues of Jesus everywhere. Like, that would be considered unacceptable in our culture, you know? But that's sort of how it is in Sekiro, where they, like, you go to a place and there's a bunch of, like, Buddhas everywhere. That would be like in our culture if, like, you were playing, like, Fallout 3 and there's, like, a part where there's a bunch of statues of Jesus. And they're all, like, demolished or something. It'd be, like, really weird. You know what I mean? Like, they would never let that happen in this country. No one would ever publish a video game like that in this country. And so it's like really weird. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And so like we're collectively familiar with stuff like the Garden of Eden and like you know, stuff like that, right? And so it's like the same principle. So that's the issue with Japanese style fantasy, is it's quasi-religious, as far as I understand it. And so it's not really, I don't know if it's like it's kind of interesting that it's even allowed to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you would never, ever, ever have, like Quranic fantasy, or, like, there would never, ever in a million years, or, like, Christian fantasy, like, there would never in a million years be like a video game where you're playing as like Spider-Man and there's a bunch of like Jesus statues around. Like that would never happen, right? But that's how Sekiro is. Oh yeah, Dante's Inferno. Yeah, but that's a really interesting example because that's like Dante's Inferno isn't like nobody. That's not a religious text. That's not technically a religious text, or that's not actually religious. It's like technically religious, but that's like fiction. Like most people agree that's like allegorical fiction, because there's like the Pope in it and stuff. And the idea being is that Dante hated the Pope or something, hated the Pope at the time, and so that's almost like political. That's like that book is actually really weird because there's a component to it that's like political, I think. Although I've never read it, and it doesn't make as much sense outside of Italian because it's a giant poem. And so it like if you can translate it, but it doesn't necessarily make the same sense as it does in the original Italian, I guess. And that book is from the, like, 1300s or something. But, I mean, the thing is that like, Naruto is a great example because, I think ninja are a part of folklore. Right? Like, I think, but there's also not, like, a bunch of Buddhas and stuff in Naruto. I think Naruto is the one where it's like mostly focused on like goofy folklore, as opposed to like the religious component of Japanese mythology. But I've definitely heard of Dante's Inferno. Yeah, I think it was an Xbox game. I think, right? But we don't really consider that. Well, it depends. But like most Americans like there are lots of Catholics in America, but oh, is there do they bring up Ashura in One Piece? See, I don't even know. Is there a character who's like Ashura in One Piece? See, I don't actually know. I read a bunch of One Piece, but I don't remember a character being Ashura. I've read like a bunch of One Piece too. Freaking Blue Dragon. Freaking Blue Dragon. Unbelievable. The gosh darn Blue Dragon. Wasting my freaking time. Unbelievable, right? Just unacceptable. Like, look at this guy. Oh, okay, yeah. Fair enough. That makes sense. Man, I freaking love Zoro, man. Zoro's my favorite character. I wish I was Zoro. That guy's freaking awesome. I do like Zoro. Zoro's probably my favorite character in One Piece. Zoro is definitely my favorite character in One Piece. Oh no, actually, it's not true. My favorite character in One Piece is Kizaru. So the light guy, the admiral that's like a light guy. I think that he's really cool. And then I also really like Nico Robin, but I think Zoro is pretty cool too. Zoro is really cool. He will get near the level. Yeah, maybe with enough training. Maybe with enough hard training, he'll get to the humble servant's level someday. The humble servant is kind of like overpowered. Like he could very easily beat Goku in Ultra Super Saiyan or whatever. Like I think maybe Goku, like at his maximum power, is like similar in power level, maybe a little tiny bit, almost. I think maybe Ultimate Goku is maybe almost as powerful as Humble Servant. But I think with enough training, maybe Zoro could get on Humble Servant's level for sure. But I definitely think the Humble Servant is broken and overpowered, and unfair to have to deal with, to have to fight. He's pretty overpowered generally. And that's usually what most people agree. That's like on the top of people's power tier. You know, he could beat Superman pretty easy. I think like Superman would be like standing there, and then the humble servant would teleport behind him, and it'd be like Nani, and then the humble servant would be like Omoi wa mo shindeiru. You are already dead, and then he'd like rip out Superman's heart or whatever. He'd like break Superman. He'd like hit Superman over the head or something. And that's how that fight would go. Between the humble servant and Superman, I think he's probably stronger than the Wolverine too. I think humble servant definitely beats Wolverine out. I think humble servant is stronger than Goku, like I've already said, where he could like arm wrestle Goku pretty comfortably. He'd like teleport behind Goku and he'd be like, "Nothing personnel, kid," and then he'd blast out and then he'd blow out his back or whatever. Is that what the kids say? Definitely, I think most people agree on their power tier list that humble servant's near the top for sure. That I think is no one is disagreeing with that. The thing about the humble servant is his I think what it is that he has so few triangles and polygons and so few animations that he confuses most opponents. He has so few animations that it confuses opponents, and then he's also so powerful. Impressive. Yeah, exactly. The Ultra Instinct humble servant for sure. He could beat Shaggy. I think he could definitely beat Shaggy. Probably the whole Mystery Machine crew too. He could probably beat Scooby-Doo pretty easy. He could beat Hey, hopefully I did this right. Okay, cool, I did. Thank goodness. Yeah, definitely. I think he's definitely stronger than Mewtwo. He could definitely beat Mewtwo in a fight too. He's stronger than Vegeta, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of the shonen anime these days, so I don't know what's going on anymore. But he could definitely beat Yusuke Urameshi for sure. That's another guy he could beat. The humble servant. Oh shoot! I got rid of all my arrows. Whoops. Gotta just, I guess, chew spice, whatever. Yeah, the humble servant's like, he's like fighting Goku, and he's like, "Wow, Goku, you made me use 1% of my power. 1% of my total power level. Fighting you." And then he does the super humble servant technique, where he humbles the whatever. He does whatever the humble servant does. I don't even know, but definitely, I think. Well, the thing with the humble servant is, I think most people would assume that his power is in, you know, like he punches really good or something. No, the humble servant isn't powerful like that. The humble servant is powerful in terms of handsomeness. So that's usually what gets people, is they're like, wow, the humble servant is so handsome and good looking. And they want to hug the humble servant because he's also fun and handsome and good looking. And that's really the humble servant's main power, is how good looking he is. He's very good looking, and also very intelligent. So he can solve complex math problems, and also he can like invent stuff. Behind Goku. Yeah. Yeah, he's all like, exactly. He's all like, Muda, 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 while he does the punch attack. You know what's so funny about the humble servant is he actually only has one attack. He actually does have an attack, which we learned last time. So there is actually an attack that the humble servant can do. But it's not very light. It's hard to get him to do it. Because he only has the one attack. I actually didn't think he had any attack animations at all, but if he's stuck, if you like stand right in front of him and he's like stuck behind a wall, he does have an attack. Actually. Believe it or not. But it's like really tough. Whoa. To get him to do it. Go. Cool. That's got solved. Okay, eat the spice. Yeah, the Humble Servant, of course, has his own theme song, too. I can't play it for you because it's copyrighted. It's the most famous music piece in the world, starring by the Humble Servant. Because he's also a musician. He's also a world-class pop star musician. That's the thing about the Humble Servant, is he kind of does everything. He kind of does it all. That's the problem with him. Like, the Humble Servant is like he's like Einstein, but also like a runway model, but also like a world-class musician, but then also like a super genius mathematician. Or I guess Einstein was, that's what Einstein was, right? But then also like a genius like strategist. But then also like really strong too. Like really physically powerful. And like disgustingly strong. So that's kind of the issue with the Humble Servant, is he kind of breaks all the power level tier lists and stuff. There's something kind of fundamentally unfair about the Humble Servant. And he's really unassuming too. And you'll notice he's dripped out. That's the thing about the Humble Servant, he's dripped out. He's got the Humble Servant drip. I need to have like get a picture of him and like put it on my software so that I can show everyone the Humble Servant. Where is it? Image. I'll deal with that later. Sorry, no Humble Servant right now. I can't show you guys the Humble Servant right now, but maybe in a later stream I'll have some more Humble Servant images. What I'll do, I think what I'll do is I'll set a timer, and then what'll happen is every like 15 minutes or something, a picture of the Humble Servant will like flash on the screen, and so everyone will have to look at the Humble Servant. But I think I need to set that up. That's not something I've done yet, so that's something that's going to happen in the future, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. I think maybe when the stream setup will be the Humble Servant or something. I don't know. He's also a real. The crazy thing with Humble Servant is he was there when he actually served under Lincoln's administration, and he also the President Lincoln, and he was also there at the end of World War II or whatever, and he was there at the fall of Rome or whatever. I don't know. That's another thing about the Humble Servant. As wherever history is being made, there's always the Humble Servant there, watching. And he's richer than Elon Musk too. That's another thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't deal with that right now. I gotta take care of Alant before I can do Humble Servant. Before we can have some real Humble Servant hours. Nobody wants to see the Humble Servant more than me, but I gotta take care of Alant first. We'll have time for the Humble Servant later. This character frickin' rules. The Humble Servant was the best man at my wedding. I'm not married, but the Humble Servant saved my life. That's actually the craziest thing, is the Humble Servant saved my life. When I was sick, with the plague, the humble servant cured me. And also, he gave me a $10 bill too. And that was pretty cool. And then the humble servant, he's also a world-class physician too. So he's like a genius doctor that operates on kids, sick children. That's another humble servantism. Definitely a lot of that stuff. A whole $10, yeah, a whole 10 Earth dollars, 10 US dollars, which is a lot of money these days. So the fact that humble servant gave me 10 was pretty nice of him. You know, he pulled that out of his wallet and he gave it to me for some reason. Nobody knows why. Only the humble servant can say. But when you have somebody that genius, you gotta just accept it. For sure. Holy, come on. There you go, sweet, I did it. I did it. No, well, I'm gonna have food after this. Yeah, have a good night, dude. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. It's been fun talking to you.
How did you defeat me?
Oh, that's really awesome. Thanks. I'm really proud of my videos, so I hope you enjoyed them.
If it is to be.
No, I need to eat. I have some rice on in the rice cooker right now, and so after this stream, I'll probably eat, or I will eat, yeah, before I go to bed. But I had peanuts. I had peanuts for lunch, which is pretty standard for me. Oh shoot! Hold up! Please don't trigger the cutscene. I gotta go to this guy really fast. Take off Soul Ray. Take off Homing Soul Arrow. Put on Firestorm.
Be careful how you normally. I had to make an.
Oh, peanut. I eat peanuts a lot. I eat a lot of peanuts, actually. Peanuts is kind of my main thing. Yeah, well, you know, you can get a couple extra hours of sleep before you have to wake up or whatever, you know. So I definitely vibe with that for sure. What am I getting? Oh, I need a Ring of Spell Memory. It's not like essential, but I can just do it anyway. Ring of Magical Nature, yeah. Or no, actually, wait a minute. So actually, I can check how many cycles I'm on because of Ring of Sincere Prayer. So I should be able to check based on Ring of Sincere Prayer. Hold up. Let's triple check that. How many? Let's see how many cycles I've done. So we'll deposit, and we'll do Rings of Sincere Prayer. Because you always get Ring of Sincere Prayer, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. Yeah, so there's one more cycle to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is the next. This next cycle is the last cycle. We're almost done with this character. We're almost freaking done. We're gonna be done with New Game Plus for this game really fast here, actually. So, do you guys want to see me go straight into do you guys
Let us proceed.
Oh.
Let us.
Yeah, I'm done with the cycle. The cycle's done right now. There's only one more to go. So, I'll probably, when I finish this character, I'll probably take a couple days off streaming. I'll probably take like 3 or 4 days off streaming, so I can catch up on some other stuff I need to do. But does anyone want to see some more Dark Souls 1, or is everyone cool if I go straight into Sekiro? Like, it doesn't really matter to me, honestly. Because I'm probably going to have to do, after I finish Sekiro, I'll probably have to do Dark Souls 1 again anyway. But if people really want to see Dark Souls 1, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll just do Dark Souls 1. I'm like actually really feeling like playing Dark Souls 1. I think I've played Sekiro too much in the short term. I need to like cool off of it. I think I actually want to play Dark Souls. I actually want to play go straight to Sekiro? Okay, sure. No, I think actually never mind. I'm sorry. I think I will go play Dark Souls 1 again. I hope everyone's cool with that. To see one more play it through Dark Souls 1. And then I'll do Sekiro later. I'll do Sekiro afterwards. Give me some more time to practice it. I probably won't even do that, actually. I'll probably just, like, stop playing it for a while. Give it time to kind of boil in my brain a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't you understand? No one wishes to go on.
You'll have to forgive me for that. But I will do Sekiro, and then that'll give me some time to play Elden Ring and stuff. And then maybe I'll do Dark Souls 3 later or something. So maybe it'll go Dark Souls 1, and then Sekiro, and then Dark Souls 3, and then probably like Elden Ring or something. Whatever I feel like. Okay, kill you. I forgive you, my son. Hey, look, don't ask me, don't ask me for forgiveness. Ask the humble servant. He's the one whose mercy you really need. Remember his famous words. What? What do you want? I mean you no harm. I am but a humble servant. I won't interfere. I won't. Remember, those are words to live by. Those are literally words to live by. Like study. You got to study his life in detail. Remember what he says. Remember his phrase, his ultimate phrase. I won't interfere. I won't. And he's lying. He's totally lying. He absolutely will interfere. That's like his only rule, is that he totally does interfere. To resurrect his bay. To resurrect his smoking bay. What's her name? The Fool's Idol. And it's like, if I honestly... Like, and think about it. If you really think about it, it makes perfect sense. Like, that is one busted down GF. Like, she's pretty. She obviously puts in a lot of effort. You know, she needs, she reads books. You know, she's sitting there reading books. Like, you gotta respect that. Like, you know, so she, you know, that's his, she's tall. That's his, like, pretty, like, intellectual GF. And you gotta respect that. I'm just a humble servant. Yeah, exactly. You gotta, those are the words you gotta live by. The Book of the Humble Servant. And it's like 4 lines in the game, Demon Souls. No, I've never done a speedrun. I don't think I ever will. It's kind of, they're kind of boring. I do like watching them. But as far as, like, actually doing them, I don't think I ever would. I think that's, like, a really unnatural way to play video games. And so I don't think I could ever enjoy that. It's not, like, the worst. It's, like, I'm not like, here's the thing, right? It's one thing to play through a video game as fast as you can. It's another thing to, like, do that over and over and over again. And so I'm not really cool with it as, like, a concept. Like, maybe I do a speedrun, like, one time. But the second you start having to do these weirdo tricks, it's not as interesting to me. To be honest. So I don't think I'm ever going to speedrun any game ever, basically. Other than, like a casual speedrun. You know, where you just, like, beat the game as fast as you can. But as far as, like, actually, like, a competitive speedrun, I don't think I'm ever going to do that. That's not really my deal. I kind of like just, like, chilling. Would you speedrun Sekiro? No. No way. I am a sadist, not masochist. No, I would never under any circumstances speedrun Sekiro. Like, there's just no way. Like, that's just not me. Like, I love watching speedruns sometimes. But I would never do one. Sorry, I had a bit of a sneeze there. I was like a chew. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't think I would speedrun, to be honest. Which, like... I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind someday, but I doubt it. I don't think I'd ever speedrun anything, to be honest. I don't think there's a single game I would want to speedrun. Maybe I could do like a Pokemon Fire, Pokemon Red. You know what? Actually, no. Maybe I'd speedrun. I'd speedrun Civilization 5. Actually, now that I think about it, I would consider speedrunning Civilization 5. Like Civilization 5 no Shoshone or something. Like legitimately, that would be kind of funny to do. Like speedrun Civilization 5. But you'd have to get really lucky to do that. You'd have to get like insanely lucky to do that. Or 64. Well, those are like really crazy. Like those are really insane speedruns. Those are like really, really insane speedruns. Like completely deranged. The level of technique and stuff that's required for those is ridiculous. Like you actually, like an average person cannot do those. Like you can like try, but it requires an insane amount of like dedication and like technique to do those effectively. They're like actually too weird. Well, that's the thing, is they're really competitive. So like lots and lots of really smart people, lots of like really smart and talented people are working on those. And so there's kind of there's almost no point in trying, because like the standards and expectations for who can do them is like so high. Like it's people who've practiced the trick like crazy and are like really dedicated. Yeah, where he did the backward long jump, yeah. Where he goes up the stairs really fast. That is really cool. It's really cool to watch. But I'd never do it. I would literally never do it, I don't think. I've been like I said, in my free time, I've been playing Civilization 5. And, like, I think a speedrun of that would be really cool. But there'd have to be really consistent rules for it. It would have to be, like, dual map only, like, random AI type stuff. I guess maybe you could set the AI to Venice or something like that. Like oh, you know what another game might be cool speedrunning? Total War Warhammer. I actually watched the Total War. I don't know. Would you guys do you guys want to see Total War Warhammer speedrun? Because I could speedrun Total War Warhammer. I like legitimately could speedrun Total War Warhammer. Total War Warhammer 1. So if you guys want to see a Total War Warhammer speedrun, I can do that. Like a relatively optimized speedrun, yes, absolutely. If you guys straight up want to see a Total War Warhammer speedrun, I could do that, 100%. That's the game. So if you guys are crazy about a speedrun, I do have a game for that. I 100% have a game for that, absolutely. Okay, sure. I'll do that someday. I need to practice it. I need to make sure I have the setup for it. But it's not that. It's a pretty cool speedrun, actually. Absolutely. And I could do, you could probably speedrun most factions. I don't know if you could speedrun every faction, but you could speedrun most factions. There's a small number of factions you might not be able to speedrun, but most factions you can speedrun. Because you could probably speedrun dwarves. It'd be tough, but you probably could do it. Because dwarves are a little expensive. They're kind of expensive to speedrun. And then you can definitely speedrun Chaos. You could probably speedrun Beastman. Because I've seen a Chaos speedrun, and then you can definitely speedrun Empire. Yeah, have a good night, dude. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. If you're tired, go to bed. Don't be sitting here hanging out with me. I'm just gonna kill Phalanx. I'm gonna kill Phalanx and Red Dragon, so you're not gonna miss much. I promise. And then I think next stream will be the finale of Demon Souls. I'm gonna kill like Irons, and then I think we'll have enough time to kill Armor Spider in this episode, or in this stream. But yeah, definitely, I would love to do a speedrun. If you legitimately want to watch a speedrun, I have a game to speedrun. 100%. It'll be like I don't think it's like an official category, or whatever, but like glitchless Total War Warhammer, like I can do. I know how to do that. I've actually put a lot of time into that game, and so I know it pretty well. And it'd be Empire. You probably could stream, or you probably could speedrun another faction, but the only faction I know, the faction I know best is Empire. Or no, I think I know Dwarves best. I don't know. And you could also speedrun Greenskins too. So I could speedrun Greenskins too. That's another one. So I could definitely speedrun like all of the Total War Warhammer factions, or most of them. I don't have setups for Undead. And I don't have setups for Dwarves. But for dwarves, the problem with dwarves is you can do the battles because it's half RTS, half turn-based strategy, right? And so yeah, and then I could also, like I said, I could also speedrun Civ 5. There's a couple setups for speedrunning Civ 5. The problem with Civ 5 is that there's not really a good category. I don't know if anyone is speedrunning Civ 5. I kind of doubt it. So like there's turn count. So if you set it up correctly, it depends on what you want to define as the speedrun, right? Because there are ways to beat Civ 5 in like 2 minutes. There are ways to win in Civ 5 in like 2 minutes. And there are ways to win at Civ 5 in... And then there's ways to win in Civ 5 in like less than 30 in like, you know, like 10 to 20 minutes. And then there's ways to win in Civ 5 in like 4 hours, right? So it depends on how you want to set up the category for Civ 5. But I could also speedrun Civ 5 for sure. Depending on how you want to describe it. But these would be glitchless. These would both be glitchless runs. Or these would all be glitchless categories type scenario. Because I'm not going to do like a dumb setup glitch or anything like that. I'm not going to do like backward long jumps up the stairs or anything like that. Like that's cool and all, but it's not for me. But yeah, it's funny that you bring that up because I'd forgotten that I have a setup for Total War Warhammer. But I don't know if it's optimized. I think optimizing it is a whole other story. But there did come a moment where I was playing that game and I'm like, oh look, you could totally do this as a speedrun. Or no. What happened was I watched somebody do it online. I watched somebody do it. So I watched somebody do a chaos speedrun. And that's when I realized. And then later on I was playing Empire and I realized like, oh, you could do this with Empire too. It's like sort of an exploit, but it's like kind of not. Because there's like there's an RTS component, and then there's also like a turn-based component. And so, oh no, you know what's another game I could speedrun is Dragon Commander. So I have a speedrun set up for Dragon Commander too. So I could do that too. That's another game I could speedrun. It's like you're basically ignoring the RTS part. Is how you speedrun those games. It's like you literally just ignore the RTS part and you just do the turn-based stuff. But it is kind of satisfying to pull off, definitely. Many choices indeed, yeah. See, I should figure out a route for undead. I should like go and I should figure out a route for undead. Or vampire counts as they're called. Because I don't actually have one for vampire counts. Okay. The problem is, hold up. Yeah, it's fair and balanced. Yeah, yep, totally. Oh, fudge! No, no, wrong spell. Oh no, I cast the wrong spell. Boo. Boo! I did it wrong. So we can see that maybe some point. At some point in the future. I'm not like opposed to that at all. But like I'd have to set it up. I'd have to make sure I knew what I was doing and talking about before I brought that. But I definitely a Civ 5 speedrun stream would be cool. Like I don't know if I'd want to play Civ 5 a bunch on stream. I think people would not. I think people that like tune in my stream would be like, "Oh, this is boring," which is like totally fair. Like it is kind of a boring game. But I have been playing it on my own time a lot, and so like maybe I don't know. People might just unsub. Yeah, they may be like, "What the hell? What the hell, man?" Like a guy like the guy watching me with his backward hat on, and his big muscles and his big truck or whatever. And he's like watching my stream and he's like, "This guy's awesome," because he's like he plays Dark Souls. And then he sees me play Civ 5 and he's like, "What the heck, man? I gotta get to the frat party, bro." And then he unsubs. Like that is possible, definitely. I gotta go meet some chicks at a frat party, bro. I don't got time for Civilization 5. Yeah, exactly. I followed for hardcore Souls game content, not this Civilization 5 stuff. And then he unsubs, and then he goes to a party and meets hot girls at the frat party or whatever, and he sits in a hot tub or whatever. Yeah, I can see that happening with his backwards hat on.
What is that?
Yeah, I can see that. I can imagine that. He's like, this isn't the humble servant.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Like, you always, as a YouTuber, you always run the risk of creating a scenario like that. For sure. It's like, definitely. Okay, what, Beast Demon Soul. There's people I haven't seen very much since the end of Dark Souls 2. But the thing is, I played Dark Souls 2 for so long, and so, like, people come and go. Because, like, after a while, you get tired of the same streamer. Like, which is totally natural and fine. Like, I don't watch... When I watch YouTubers, usually what I do is I binge them for a while, and then I stop watching them for a bit, you know? And then I'll come back later. So, like, I assume that streamers would go the same way. And so, like, so there's some people I haven't seen in months in my stream chat, and that's, like, totally fine. Like, I understand. I don't know, you know, that's just how it is. But yeah, people will unsub because of, what else do I need? Water Veil. What else do I need here? Is it just Water Veil? Yeah, it's just water. Okay, cool.
Be careful. No, I had to make.
But yeah, I don't know if people are gonna be like unsubbing because of speedruns. That'd be pretty funny though. I do think that would be relatively funny. But we'll see. I mean, like, the thing is, I do this for fun. I'm not really here to, like... The worst way to approach streaming is to sit there and be like, oh man, I gotta play this game, because this, that, and the other thing, right? So, like, that's my opinion. So, like, a couple streams of me doing, like, Civilization 5 or whatever, definitely... even if, like, basically nobody's watching it, I'm just be like, whatever. And there's some cool tech in that game anyway, so it's, like, fine. I'm, like, basically already entertained playing the game in the first place. In most cases. Or I'd say in all cases, actually. Like, if I didn't want to play the game, I wouldn't play the game. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be sitting here even playing the game at all if I didn't want to. That's for sure. That's like the only thing I know for sure when it comes to streaming. Okay. Although, like, I'm sure a lot of people don't like this part. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure of that. But this part, I think I will agree. This part kind of stinks a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, if you don't like this part, I don't necessarily blame you for that. Hold up, we need friggering for this. Ah, goof. Come on. I wonder if there's a way to hit him. You know what I could do, actually? Or no. I probably don't have Wrath of God, unfortunately. What do you mean? Because, like, when you run out of bosses, that's the only thing to do. The thing is, whenever you're out of bosses, like, literally whenever you run out of bosses, unless you, I don't know, like, what preparations do you want to do? Because, like, what's your character look like? I don't think farming souls, like, honestly, New Game Plus is not that hard. If you can kill Gale, you're ready for New Game Plus. Like, you have everything you need, basically. The issue will be making sure you're spending your points correctly as you go. But, like, you can respec in DS3, so it's fine. And like, I don't know, like, do you mean like preparation? Because I can help you prepare. But like I said, if you like, there's only so many, like, there's only so many bosses in the game. Okay. It doesn't get that much more expensive. Like, nothing that matters gets more expensive for Dark Souls 3, as far as I know. I don't think there's anything where you're like the only thing would be like an item. If you want to use a weapon, obviously you need that. But there's not that many good weapons, and honestly, for New Game Plus, you can get most of that stuff in New Game Plus. Most of New Game Plus is like really comedically easy. Until you get to like Gale and stuff. Until you get to like Soul Cinder and Gale. Like until you get like, I guess, Twin Princes. Twin Princes plus. Like all the bosses after Twin Princes are hard. But every boss before Twin Princes is like easy. And I think level 170 is kind of high, maybe? I don't know. I mean, do you want suggestions for weapons or whatever? Oh yeah, you know what you should do? Make sure you have all the weapon buff spells. Make sure you have like Carthage Flame Arc and like Crystal Magic Weapon and all that stuff probably. Would be like a really smart thing, I think, to do. Because you're gonna want to get one of those as you go higher. And then make sure you have like whatever weapon you have for your infusion. I mean, you can respec later. Because, like, the first half of the game is obviously, like, really easy. Like, you shouldn't have any issues with the first half of the game, literally no matter what. And then Faith Int is a very awkward build, though, for New Game Plus. Like, that is a very awkward build, I have to admit. Usually you're supposed to... no, it's fine. It's fine. But you're going to be kind of behind on points. But you should still be able to do it. I don't know, are you, like, spellcasting? Are you just straight up spellcasting? Or, like, what are you doing? How are you actually, like, fighting bosses? Are you doing Doris's Dying? Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be hard. That's going to be really hard to keep going with. That's going to be really, really, really hard to keep going with, actually. Like, you'll do fine for a while, but, like, by the time you get to the New Game Plus DLC bosses, it's gonna get really hard. Although, honestly, you can kill Soul Cinder that way just fine. Like, if you're not... As long as you're not doing DLC bosses, that you can go all the way to +7 with that character. I guarantee you. As long as you go, like, defenses next. Like, unless you want to fight DLC bosses. If you want to fight DLC bosses, that's gonna be harder. But honestly, even in that case, you can still do it. There are ways, but you have to use like cheapo spells. You have to like really master the bosses for the DLC. But like Soul Cinder, you can kill Soul Cinder that way. I have no doubt. You can hit him with like Dark Orb or Dark Fire Orb or like. Well, at some point the problem is pyromancies get weaker. Like at some point you'll want to hit him with like Soul Spear or something. But it's not. It's only the DLC bosses are going to cause that character problems. In my opinion. It's not the best way to do things. It's definitely not the best way to do things, but it's totally viable. I mean, I don't know. So, like, do yourself a favor. Okay, make sure you have as many Pale Tongues as you can. Make sure you have, like, a couple Pale Tongues for respec. And then get yourself a copy... And then do yourself a favor and pick up a Sellswords Twin Blade or something. And just, like, have that. And then, like, if you really need to do it, you can. If you really are just, like, desperate and you can't kill a boss, just have a Raw infuse that or Sharp infuse that and then just buff it. And then, like, maybe you could do okay with that. But without stat scaling, that's going to be pretty tough. I don't know. That's like the best suggestion I have. What's a... 1 second. One second. The problem is you need a weapon you can buff. Like whatever... Or you know what you could do? You could do Dragon Slayer Axe. No, that'd be pretty bad, honestly. Dragon Slayer Axe is pretty crappy, actually. For New Game Plus. I don't recommend doing things that way. I'd rather cast spells than use Dragon Slayer Axe, honestly. I'd rather like I don't know. Depends on what you want to do. I think you could kill DLC bosses that way, but it'd be tough. You'd have to like really master them. Now Midir wouldn't be so bad because you could do Pestilent Mist. Oh really? Oh okay. No, wait. If your strength is at 40, don't even bother with that. What you want to do is you want to get your you want to heavy infuse a longsword. Just like go buy a broadsword. Go buy a broadsword and heavy infuse that, and then just buff it with lightning blade or whatever. No, you're actually fine. If you have that much strength, you're fine. Actually, you're totally good to go to New Game Plus. Yeah. So I assumed you only had strength and you only had faith in int. But with 40 strength and yeah, because I mean if you're doing the funny thing about Dark Souls 3 is that a character with like 40 in every stat is pretty good actually. The only wasted stats there would be luck. But yeah, what you could do is you take like a broadsword and like hollow infuse it, I guess, or crushing infuse it, or something like that. Just like infuse a broadsword and then just buff that. Except besides in-phase, strength. Okay, so you have like low stats and everything. Okay, no, this character's fine. Just like heavy infuse a broadsword and then buff it, and that's all you need. Just heavy infuse a broadsword and then just like cast like fire buff, Karthus Flame Arc, or whatever, and that's like totally fine. You can get through the whole game that way, absolutely. That's like a perfectly good setup. The problem is because your defenses are so low. The main mistake you made is putting points into int here. Because what you should have, like if you're doing a character that's like no defenses, you want to go like 99 strength, 99 faith type thing. You want like a bunch of endurance too. You want like a ton of endurance. You want like a ton of endurance and a ton of like faith, and then a ton of like dex and strength. Like that. As far as I know, that's the kind of character. And you go like RTSR, Morian Blade, and there's like a couple of the spells you can cast, and that's okay too. It's kind of a meme, but like as long as you don't get hit, it is really good. Interesting. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I don't know. Like you can always respec. Just watch the video. Just like watch the video. I explain everything. Like, there are other ways to do it than the way I described in the video, but if you want the easiest way to do it, the video is pretty good. The video explains it. Like, I goofed up so much as that character. Like, I say that in the video. It's like I screw up endlessly in that video. Like, that character is, like, so badly built. I mean, that character is so well built that you can literally just completely screw around in bosses, and it, like, you don't pay for it at all. It's like boring. How strong the character in the guide is. You basically can't die. I don't know. The game gives you a handful for free. I can't remember how to farm Pale Tongues though. How do you farm Pale Tongues? That's a good question. You don't need more than the game gives you, unless you want the Covenant. How do you farm Pale Tongues again? Where is that? Oh, it's Dark Rays. But you should just be able to pick the ones the game gives you up just fine. Oh, there's a couple in the world. Go look it up. There's a couple out there in the world. You can farm them from Dark Rays, but it's like not worth doing. There's like literally no. I don't think the Covenant's very good. I can't remember what the Covenant even does, but it's not very good. It's like if you're gonna farm something, just farm Mendicant Staff. Like that's the only item you'll ever need is Mendicant Staff. Or that's the only item you really need to farm, I think, is Mendicant Staff. Is there a purple spell buff? What's the... what are you talking about? Is it a pyromancy? Or no? Or is it a miracle? Or no, what's it? It's Fingers of Rosaria, right? Rosaria's fingers, yeah. I'm confused what you're talking about. The purple or because there's dark weapon. Because there's Sunlight Blade, and then there's the magic buffs, and then there's dark weapon, and then there's like Darkmoon Blade or something. I don't know. Or do you want Darkmoon Blade? Is that what you're talking about? Do you mean Darkmoon Blade? Because that's a different covenant. Dark Souls 3. That's not even worth getting. Like, that spell is just not worth getting. It's okay. What is it? Oh, 30 Faith. Okay. Yeah, there's no... Like, getting 30 Proofs of Concord kept is just, like, so dumb. Like, at that point, just use Karthus Flame Arc. Yeah. At that point, just put on Karthus Flame Arc. Like, if there's no enemy in the whole game that's that weak to magic damage for it to be worth it. like the thing is that the Crystal Magic Weapon, and if you have Int, you could just use Crystal Magic Weapon. Like, if you really want magic damage, Crystal Magic Weapon. But honestly, 90% of scenarios, like, the difference between lightning and magic damage is nil. If you have Sunlight Blade, you don't need Darkmoon Blade. It's actually not a very good spell. It's actually not a very good miracle as far as I know. Or wait, no. Hold on, let me check this out real fast. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Darkmoon Blade is, like, not worth it. Like, actually, like, here's the thing, right? If you're, like, okay, there's two kinds of scenarios, right? There's scenarios where you have Sunlight Blade, and then there's scenarios where you want, like, Karthus Flame Arc. Okay, because, like, if you're fighting Eldritch, right? Like, Eldritch is weak to fire, right? Like, a handful of bosses are weak to fire, right? And that's, like, the only reason you'd ever want to deviate from lightning. Fire damage is pretty okay. But I think Demon Princes are weak to magic. Or no, are they weak to lightning or magic? I can't remember. Or no, maybe you're right. I guess Demon Prince is not really that weak to magic. I think lightning is about the same as magic for Demon Prince. I don't think you're gonna gain that much doing magic even on Demon Prince. Like, there's no boss that you need magic for, basically. It's not the same as Dark Souls 2. I think in Dark Souls 2 you kind of need magic. And that's like, but that's Dark Souls 2. Like, that's a totally different game. Like, you shouldn't want or need, like, you basically shouldn't need Darkmoon Blade for anything. It's like a bad, it's too much work for it to ever be useful. It's like you're showing off. Like, the only reason you would ever use that is because you're showing off how good you are or whatever. Like, it's actually not very useful. And the thing is, guys who are doing that in the arena, guys who are sitting there doing Darkmoon Blade, like, they're not even, like, they could just do Crystal Magic Weapon, and they would literally be stronger. Their characters would literally be stronger if they had Crystal Magic Weapon. Because then they could cast sorceries. Like, they could actually hit you with Humming Soul Mass or something. But so like, anyone using Darkmoon Blade is like an idiot. Kind of. Like, no offense. Or, I don't know, maybe there's, like, some miracle that's worth doing, like Doris is dying or something. Like, I don't know that much about PvP. But Darkmoon Blade is not a good miracle. Under any circumstances. It's, like, an insane amount of effort to get it. And then even once you have it, it's not very good. It doesn't actually do anything. There's, like, no enemies in the game that are weak enough to magic. It's, like, very generic. I wouldn't, like, even in Dark Souls 1, I wouldn't cast Darkmoon Blade. It's like, the thing is that it's, yeah, unless you're going for, like, the achievement. Unless you want, like, the Platinum achievement or something. Like, here's the thing, like, I wouldn't cast that spell in PvP ever. For any reason. I would never, ever, ever cast that spell in PvP for any reason. I think, or maybe lightning armor is easier to get, I don't know. Like, there might be some reason for it, but I don't know what it is. It's definitely, it looks to be just like a bad spell. Oh. But I don't know everything about how this game works, or whatever. Oh. But I would never, ever, ever, for any reason. Yeah, like, just watch the video. Like, if you're really worried about killing bosses in New Game Plus, just, like, make sure you have, like, one pale tongue and then watch the video. It's like, literally, like a cat. Like a literal cat could win. Could beat Dark Souls 3 with my setup. Like a 10-year-old or something could beat Dark Souls 3 with my setup. Like, it's a very simple game. When you, like, if you understand my setup. For New Game. Because, like, non-scaling damage is actually pretty good. Unless you, like, want to do, like a hitless character or something. And honestly, like I said, you could do spellcasting. It is bad. But I'm pretty sure it's not impossible. You need to use, like, probably, like, Doris is Dying, or, like, for some bosses, or, like, Great Soul Arrow for some bosses. And then, like, Pestilent Mist for like, Midier. Maybe Pestilent Mist on Demon Prince, too. That might work. I don't know. Like, first phase. The first phase where there's two of them, you, like, do Pestilent Mist, and then second phase you do whatever it's called, and then second phase you do oh god, and then the second phase you do Pestilent Mist maybe, or the first phase you do like Doris is Dying or something, and the second phase you do Pestilent Mist, or I guess you could do Doris is Dying for all of them, but you need a lot of blue Estus. The problem with that is you need a lot of blue Estus for that, so I think maybe like Great Heavy Soul Arrow would be better, but that's like, that'd be really slow. It would take you a long time, and the cast time is really bad for that spell, so there's like no, like, spellcasting is not very good. It's like fine. You could do it. You totally could do it, but it would be a lot of work. But like, if you're set up for PvP, I don't even, honestly, here's the thing I don't understand, and you'll have to correct me. Okay, like, if you're set up for PvP, just summon White Phantoms. Just summon, like a bunch of White Phantoms, and then they can do all the work for you. Like, I don't understand why, if your character is set up for PvP, just summon player White Phantoms. Just, like, go in front of the boss fog and just, like, summon some guy. And he'll do literally 100% of the work for you. Like, there's no way around it. So, like, your character setup, like, doesn't even matter in that case. If you're playing it like an MMO, it's like, that's a whole other deal. Oop. Like, if you're PvPing, don't even bother, like, learning, like, it's just like, whatever. Like, I don't understand the motivation of, like, PvP players, where it's like, you can just summon White Phantoms. Unless you're playing, like, DS2 and you're doing Covenanted Champions. Like, you literally just White Phantom every boss. Except for, like, the easiest bosses in the game, and those, like, don't even matter. Just summon, like, XX, XX boss killer XX, or XX like Super Slayer XX or whatever. And he'll just like kill the boss for you, basically. Like my guides are mostly for single player. Or like entirely for single player. Like I don't do any PvP at all. If I was gonna do PvP, I'd play like League of Legends. Oh, you don't play online? Okay, never mind. Sorry. Yeah, see, I don't like red phantoms. They're like annoying. Yeah, absolutely. Because like what ends up happening is they just like kill you. Like how red phantom invasions go is you get red phantom invaded and then you die and then that's it. That's just how red phantoms are. There's no like fighting back at all. It doesn't work that way. Like some guy just shows up and kills you. It's like a huge waste of time, basically. I would say. Like no offense to that. Like if you like that kind of thing, it's totally fine. But if I really wanted to play against other people, I could play like League of Legends or something. Samurai. See, I just don't even know. I mean, if you want to cast Darkmoon Blade, I'm not going to stop you. But you should know that it's not a very good spell. There's like actually legitimately no reason to cast Darkmoon Blade for any reason. Oh. Ow. No, it's very bad. It's a very bad spell. I mean, I'll triple check it again. I'm pretty sure it's like a really bad, actually. Like worthlessly bad. Like does literally nothing. Type situation. No, it's very bad. It's very, very bad. Like very, very bad. Like miserably bad. If I'm not mistaken. I'll look at it again. I'll check it again. Because maybe it has some use or something, but as far as I know, it's miserably bad. Because it's like impossible to obtain and then it doesn't actually do anything. Well, let me check it real quick here. Well, I'll take a look at it real fast here. Miracle. Yeah, it's only 0.95 spell buff. So if we look at Darkblade, what's Darkblade? Yeah, Darkblade's 0.85. So what's Crystal Magic Weapon? Or what is it? Karthus Flame Arc? What's Karthus Flame Arc? Yeah, so Karthus Flame Arc is 0.9. But like remember that it's fire damage. And it lasts longer. So like actually the best buff spell in the game is probably Karthus Flame Arc. Like legitimately. Like if you actually wanted to like succeed, I think against most bosses, Karthus Flame Arc would actually be really legit. Because there's not that many fire resistant bosses. And then what's Crystal Magic Weapon? Oh, that's Dark Souls 1. Hold up, let me look at Dark Souls 3. Yeah, so Darkmoon Blade is no stronger than Crystal Magic Weapon. And like I said, Crystal Magic Weapon gives you access to sorceries, so you could probably kill somebody with that. You could do some like Farron Dart or like, I don't know, like Homing Soul Mass or something. I don't know what the heck people are doing casting. Like, I don't know, maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's some like... Maybe there's some miracle worth casting, but like, what's another miracle worth casting? Like, if you're using Darkmoon Blade, you must have another miracle that you want to cast, right? Right? Like, I don't know. Like, as far as I can tell, PvPers just do, like, random stuff. Like, I don't have no idea what they're even doing half the time. Like, because Darkmoon Blade is not a good spell. Like, mathematically, it doesn't actually do it. Or, wait, maybe the magic just is different? So, wait, Catalysts... Dark Souls 3... Let me take a look. So if we look at a catalyst here, B, A, B, C, B, 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 A, B, A. Oh no, we need to look at talismans. And chimes. E, C, D, B, A. Or wait, no, don't you upgrade it? Oh, okay. I kind of doubt that it makes a huge difference. Yeah, like you might get a little tiny bit of extra damage out of a talisman, but like not much. It probably wouldn't amount to any like breakpoint at all. Like there's no, I highly doubt that it would amount to any breakpoint, to any meaningful breakpoint whatsoever, for that. Like I wouldn't ever use Darkmoon Blade. It's purely a gimmick. Like, I remember watching... I've seen Dark Souls 3 PvP videos of people using Darkmoon Blade. And it's like... it's like a trophy or something. Like, you have to kill a lot of people to earn that spell. Like, you need to kill a lot of people to earn that spell. And it's, like, not even worth it. It doesn't actually do anything. What are the other Covenant rewards, actually? Let me take a look here. Are there any good Covenant items at all? Are they all bad? Are they all just like useless and bad? Sacred Oath. I guess Sacred Oath is pretty cool. Sacred Oath is actually kind of interesting. Let's take a look at it. Oh, it's 60 seconds. Actually, yeah. So I guess maybe what you could do is you could do Sacred Oath and then Darkmoon Blade, and that would be like okay. But I don't understand why you'd want magic damage over lightning. Like I thought lightning resistance is really low in Dark Souls 3, right? So like why not lightning? I guess maybe it depends on the weapon you're using or something, but I don't know. Like I guess maybe Sacred Oath is fine for like miracles. Darkmoon Ring. Darkmoon Ring is kind of cool. And then Darkmoon Blade is like whatever. Like I said, and then yeah, Obscuring Ring and Mangrave's Craft. That's like, or Mangrave's Staff is a meme. Bloodlust is a meme. What is this? Yeah, but it's like not worth it. Like there's no way that's worth it as a katana. That's just like a meme weapon. I mean, I guess it's the fun. Oh, you know what? Old Wolf Curved Greatsword's pretty cool. Like if you wanted that for New Game Plus, that would be pretty good. Old Wolf Curved Greatsword. That's pretty okay. It's not like really amazing, but it's fine. Huh. And like Great Deep Soul isn't necessary. If you're gonna cast Great Deep Soul, you could cast either Greater Soul Dregs or Joris's Gnawing. And then interesting. What's this one? Honestly, if you want Covenant items, I think the Spirit of the Church ones are the most interesting. Like, these actually legitimately look interesting. I don't know if they're good, but they look interesting at least. I don't know how you'd farm these spear ornaments, though. Oh, you can farm it from Ring Knights, yeah. Or no? Can you? Oh yeah, you can farm them. You totally can farm them from ring knights. Yeah. Honestly, that'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, Crucifix of the Mad King is one I probably should have talked about. But I think even that's kind of a meme too, because you dark blade it. Because you can dark buff that, and it's like okay, but it's kind of slow too, I think. It's not like that fast a weapon. It's like a good version of Velstat's hammer. It's like a good version of like a really bad weapon. Honestly, I should have tried Velstat's hammer with dark weapon. Because you can buff it, I think, right? Can you buff it? Is Velstat's hammer buffable? Or Sacred Chime Hammer. Is it buffable? Oh, that might make it stronger is if you enchant it. Okay, fair enough. See, I think I'm always leaving money on the table. It doesn't matter how hard I try, I always leave money on the table. Because I didn't know about that. That was something I forgot about, actually. It figures. It figures I would leave money on the table there. Yeah, big surprise. I didn't try to buff it with, because the R2 is, like, really crappy, but I didn't try to buff it. So I need to go back and check that. I need to, like, load up my character and, like, put on Velstat's Chime Hammer and then try to hit an enemy with the buff. And then I need to buff it with Dark Weapon and then try to hit with the R2 and see if that does anything. Because I tried to hit bosses with the R2 and it did, like, nothing. But it also misses, so it's, like, really not even that good anyway. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, doggos. Excuse me, Mr. Doggo. Heal up. Oh. Sweet. Okay. Grab that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, those are both fine weapons. I mean, if you want to use Crucifix of the Mad King, I don't know how good it actually is. Its scaling is weird. Like, I don't think it's actually good for bosses. I should have tried it out, but I don't think it's good for bosses. Because the scaling on it is so bad. It's like a dark weapon, too. What's that one that you can... What's that one katana from Velstat? Or, not Velstat. What's that one katana? Or no, it's a longsword, right? It's a straight sword? It's the one from Dingbat. No, what is it? What is the item I'm talking about here? Is it a katana? The guy, or what's his name? Wilhelm. Frayed Blade. Yeah, it is a katana. Yeah, that's really cool. Or no, not Frayed Blade. Frayed Blade's kind of interesting too. No, what is it? Wilhelm, right? What is he? What is it? Sir Wilhelm, yeah. The Onyx Blade. There it is, the Onyx Blade. It's a great sword, right? And then it's self-buffable. Oh, the scaling's crappy, though. Yeah, if you're gonna do a Faith, you may... I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I don't like Graceful Carving Scythe. I think that's a really meh weapon. Because it's a... Or no, what type... I mean, it looks cool. What is it? What type of weapon is it? It's a Reaper, right? Yeah, I think scythes are okay in that game. I don't think it's with farming. I don't think it's with farming at all. But it's like fine. Yeah, it's okay. I don't think I've ever actually used it. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. It's cool looking for sure. But like honestly, if you're gonna use that, you just use Great Scythe. And it's like the same. Yeah, maybe, honestly, I don't know. I'm a busy man. I don't have time to I mean, like, that's the thing, is like I try a lot of like weapons and stuff, but a lot of cases like I give weapons a fair shake and they just like don't work. I like go out of my way and I'm like, I'll give this weapon a fair shake, and then it's like really terrible. And like that happens a lot. Like that happens a lot to me. When I try stuff out and it's just like so bad. So like Great Corvian Scythe is like fine. But it's not a weapon I would like ever. Let me look at size again real fast. Oh, it's got good scaling. Yeah, use sharp S, and it's got S scaling and sharp. No, honestly, this weapon's probably better than I think it is. Like legit. I can't remember how fast size are. Or that's Demon Souls. No. Dark Souls 3. Reapers, yeah. So we have Great Scythe. Great Corvian Scythe. Oh, the stat requirements on it suck, though. 16 strength. More like 16 nose. Yeah, I think Reapers are better than I think they are. Oh, you need to sweet spot them, though. I hate sweet spotting. That's what's wrong with them is the sweet spot. Honestly, Great Corvian Scythe looks really good, actually. I'm totally wrong a little bit. Like Great Corvian Scythe actually looks really good. But I like haven't farmed it out. No. Most weapons are actually really bad when maxed out. Like honestly, most weapons are really bad when maxed out. Dark Souls 3 doesn't have very many good weapons in it, honestly. Most weapons are bad in Dark Souls 3. Like they're okay. And you can like a lot of weapons have uses and stuff, but like when you're talking about a weapon being good or bad, it's whether or not it actually is like optimal for something. Like, is this an optimal way to handle an enemy or something, or is it like easy? Is it like an easy way to handle an enemy, or is it like a convenient way to handle an enemy, or is like the damage really high, or just stuff like that, right? And so, like honestly, most weapons in DS3 are kind of terrible. That's like the funny thing about it, about DS3. Like you can for new game it's fine. Yo, what's up? How you doing? I mean, I love DS3. So I guess that's why Sekiro's the way it is cuz like they knew that a lot of the weapons in DS3 are kind of bad. I do love DS3. Oop. How you doing, man? Why don't you play the Oh, because I don't have a PlayStation 5. That's actually a really good question. It's because I don't have a PlayStation 5. That's really the main thing that's holding me back on that front. If I had a PlayStation 5, I would play the remaster. Probably. I think. But, like, honestly, they're similar enough, it doesn't really matter. That's a fair question. Like, I'm not going to spend, like, $700 to play Demon Souls or whatever. Like, I would not play Demon Souls if I had to do that. I'd be playing something else right now. Which, like, would be a fair point, or, you know, like, I guess I could do that, but... The main problem with the Reaper Scythe, or the main problem with Corvian Scythe, is it's a little slow. Like, being slow in Dark Souls 3 is really bad. Like, honestly, even the mace is really bad in Dark Souls 3. Like, I would love to say that the mace is a great example. The mace is the perfect example because it's just slow enough to be bad and hard to use. And so, like, that's the problem with Dark Souls 3 is, like, bosses are dangerous enough, especially the DLC bosses and Soul Cinder and stuff. Those bosses are dangerous enough that you can't be slow against them. You're either quick or you're dead. And so Great Corvian Scythe has the problem of being slow. And honestly, for most enemies, oh shoot. Ah. I didn't even hit the shortcut either. Shoot. Most enemies are okay, that's really dumb. Whatever. We'll do it. Ah. I know I didn't hit the shortcut. It was like really stupid. I got distracted. Also, I don't know where that guy came from either anyway. It's fine. Bandits Brigands Twin Daggers. Brigands Twin Daggers. I think the Brigands Twin Daggers are super underrated. That's like the one underrated weapon in the whole game is the Brigands Twin Daggers. Because you can one-hand it and it's still a dagger, and then you can two-hand it, and or you can dual-wield it, and it's pretty okay too. The 100% the Brigands Twin Daggers. That I think is just, and daggers in general. Daggers I think are super busted in Demon Souls or in Dark Souls 3. Like I don't like people who criticize daggers are just wrong. Daggers are really good in that game. Like usually when you think of Dark Souls, you're like, oh, daggers suck. They're like a backstab weapon. Like oh, like I backstab an enemy with them, and that's like what they're for. In Dark Souls 3, they're like legitimately good. In Dark Souls 3, they are legitimately good. That's okay. I didn't hit the shortcut anyway. Dragon Slayer Axe I don't like. I think it's cool, but I think it's too slow slightly. I think it's like slightly too slow to be good, and then you don't even get that much damage out of it. It's like undertuned. It needs like more damage, more face scaling, and more damage or something. Because it's as slow as a mace, which is the problem with it. Like it's a good weapon, but it's not that good a weapon. I definitely wouldn't use it for New Game Plus like at all. That's like it would not be good for that. It's like it's honestly barely good enough for New Game. By the end, when you're fighting Madeira and stuff, it's like barely good enough. Definitely, I love daggers though. Daggers I think are super underrated. Daggers are completely fire. I love daggers. Like I can't get enough of daggers. They're so awesome. Oh. Come on. Black Blade. The Black Blade? Well, what are we talking? What's the Black Blade you're talking about? Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, the Berserker Blade? The katana? Well, first off, you're never gonna get this thing. The problem with this katana is you're never gonna get it. You're literally never gonna get this thing. It's not good for anything because it's impossible to obtain. That's the problem with this thing. It's like an insane amount of work to get. So it's like really bad. And then for DS3, like honestly katanas are fine. They're okay. I don't like them. I don't think katanas are very good in DS3. I think katanas have the same problem as maces. Where they're too slow. But I think katanas are at least fine. Like they're usable. And you can't you can't infuse it. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. I wouldn't use it for anything. I would rather have Sellswords Twin Blades or something fun like that. Or like a dagger. I'd rather use a dagger than that weapon. Like any day of the week. Because the thing about daggers is, you know what the crazy thing about daggers is that nobody knows? You can put like a bleed infusion on a dagger and it's like really busted. You can put a bleed infusion on a dagger and it's like so fun. You did like a bandit's knife and bleed infuse it and it's like busted. You'll hit a boss, you'll hit Crystal Sage and he'll just like die. That is really fun. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm on my way up to the shortcut. No, I love steel swords. That's like my favorite weapon in like the whole series. It's like really freaking awesome. I love steel swords twin blade. I don't blame you for hating them, but they're so fun to use. Like it's like the power stance weapon that Dark Souls 2 never had. Like power stancing is so miserable. In Dark Souls 2. Yeah, for bosses, you kind of, yeah. You can use a dagger just fine too, or a broadsword. Like a broadsword or a longsword is also fine too, for bosses. But yeah, for bosses, I do say they're basically the best weapon in the game for bosses, unless you're doing some like Morian Blade stuff. There are excuses to use other weapons, but that's like it. Morian Blade is also a longsword, crucially. So it's important to note that like, even if you're doing a Morian Blade strategy, you're still using a longsword. I love Steel Sword Twin Blade, but I like the Bleed one even more. I like Warden's Twin Blades even more. I think Warden's Twin Blades are even better. Isn't it Broadsword, right? Hold on, let me look up Dark Sword really fast. I can't remember. I think Dark Sword is bad because it's impossible to get. Or it's not impossible to get, but it's a huge pain to get. Let's take a look at it. I don't remember if the stamina consumption is higher or something. Because if the stamina consumption is higher, it's probably bad. I mean, it's fine. Or no, okay, apparently you can... Oh, you do have to... So you have to farm them, so that's really bad. I think the range is maybe higher? You have Stomp. Oh, hey, you have Stomp on it. That's kind of cool. I'm sure maybe that probably has some like PvP use or something, right? What's the broadswords? Well, the broadsword doesn't have the thrust in the moveset, right? So like that's the problem with the broadsword, but it has the most damage. It's the highest damage sword in the game, straight sword in the game. Oh, I guess, yeah, so, like, on a strength build, Dark Sword's pretty good, but it is beaten by Broadsword, in terms of sheer damage. Huh. Apparently there's a glitch where you can Dark Blade it. You can Dark Infuse it and then Dark Blade it. So apparently there's, like, a really niche, like, glitch use for it, which is pretty cool. But I don't know how to trigger that glitch. Yeah, it's okay. Like, Dark Sword is obviously pretty okay. What do you mean no is easy? I don't know. Or is the glitch hard or something? Or are you saying the glitch is easy? The buff glitch or something? See, I don't know what exactly you're talking about. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure that farming the sword is fine. Yeah, it drops out of Dark Rays, and it's like 10%. Like I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. You never know. Like I don't like farming in general, but I think for that particular sword, it's fine. Like, I think for some of those enemies, it's, like, kind of lame. But I think for that particular enemy, it's fine. Definitely. Based on what I know about it. Like, that looks... Like, I'm pretty sure I've had them drop in, like, 2 sets. Like, I've had them drop and I haven't even been looking for them. It's not like a Black Knight weapon. Like, the weapons that suck to farm are Black Knight weapons. Those are pretty lame. And there's a couple other items that are kind of lame to farm, too. Like, it's not impossible, though, to farm them, so I guess I'm complaining over nothing. But, but yeah, I mean, the sword looks great. I think the range is the longest, too. The big thing is Stomp. So I'm sure there's a way you could abuse Stomp on that sword for something. To kill, like, some enemy, but I don't know where that would be relevant. Like, maybe Wilhelm or something, I don't know. Like, but a lot of enemies do so much damage that, like, it's tough for me to say, like, oh, like, Stomp is super good for... I'm sure you could use Stomp. I'm sure there's a way to make Stomp work. Because it's hyper armor, right? Like, as far as I know, it's, like, full-blown hyper armor. So, there's probably some spot where that's, like, legit. Definitely. But I don't know where. I haven't, like, gone through the trouble of figuring that out. Because Stomp is usually on weapons that are kind of bad. Stomp is, like, on, like, greatsword and stuff. And it's, like... Yeah, like, you know, it's fine, but... not really worth doing. In a lot of cases. Like, I'm sure you could use Stomp if you really wanted to. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. No, no, no. No, 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 no. We're not doing that again. I'm not going through this again. Frickin' lizards. Well, Bladestone, like, farming in Demon Souls is actually really fun. That's the problem, is that Demon Souls farming is actually kind of fun. Because it's like, I don't know, it feels rewarding. Depending on the upgrade material. Bladestone sucks. Bladestone is bad. Bladestone is like the exception to farming. Because if you farm correctly, it makes sense. Because it's like a whole process in Demon Souls. There's like a whole process to the whole thing in Demon Souls. For these other Souls games, it's just like fighting a hard enemy over and over and over again that you don't have to fight. And it's like, okay, like, and for a weapon that's usually not even very good. For a weapon that's like very middling and average. For like a weapon that's like guaranteed to disappoint. For like a weapon that does the same thing as like another weapon that you've already seen. Like it's like the Flamberge. Like that stupid scythe is probably a great example. Because it's like you already had access to a great scythe. It's like, and was the great scythe even that good? Well, probably not, actually. Because it like doesn't true combo right and stuff. It's like a sweet spot weapon that doesn't true combo very well. Like the opponent has to be in the exact correct spot for it to true combo. And so it's like how, like, I don't know, maybe I haven't messed around with that weapon enough. I think I've seen it before. Because that's the thing, is does that even true combo? Or is it different than Great Scythe? Like, is the true combo range different from Great Scythe? See, what I need to do, I need to go through and I need to look at that weapon. Like, you bring up a good point that I need to, like, go and I need to look at that weapon. I need to boot up Dark Souls 3 after the stream ends and, like, play around with that weapon. Because maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know that weapon well enough to say it's very good. But, like, if you mess around with Great Scythe, it is so disappointing. You just, like, never, you can't, like I said, you have to sweet spot it, and then you can't, and then it doesn't true combo unless they're in, like, the exact right spot. It's like, in Dark Souls, and the thing is, it doesn't even do that much damage. In Dark Souls 2, you have to get the range right? But in Dark Souls 2, those halberds do an insane amount of damage. You hit enemies like a truck with those scythes and stuff. In Dark Souls 2. Like, if you're fighting an enemy with a roaring halberd, you hit them like a truck. Like, a roaring halberd actually hits really hard. And like an elephant halberd and stuff hits them really hard. And in Dark Souls 3, I don't think those even hit that hard. I think those are like hit like way less hard in Dark Souls 3. If I'm not mistaken. So like, it's all the same problems that a halberd has in Dark Souls 2. But then it doesn't even do as much damage, I don't think. Right? Like, I don't know, am I wrong? Do I not remember Dark Souls 3 well enough? I don't know. That's always a possibility. That I just, like, don't remember Dark Souls 3 well enough. Honestly, maybe I'll use a halberd for... Honestly, maybe I'll use a scythe for the next time I play Dark Souls 3. Maybe I'll find a way to use it. Oh yeah, no, Dark Souls 3 stream is coming actually, and I'll do like a no-hit. I'll do like a no-hit character. I'm not gonna like reset the game if I die, but I'm gonna do like a no-hit character. Yeah. No, I'm not in position. There we go. Frickin' bug. So maybe I'll find a use for a scythe or something. Like maybe there's some use for a scythe. Maybe you can kill like man serpents or something. No, I'm not going to do a level 1. That's kind of boring. Like I respect that, but it's not for me. Like I did a level 1 for Dark Souls 1 and it was kind of fun. But like you have to do the same trick. You like have to do pyromancies. It's like getting all the way to New Game Plus would just like kind of be boring. Like it kind of defeats the point of doing an RPG. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I'd do that in the future, but like I really have to be scraping the bottom of the barrel for me to ever do that. I feel like I'd really have to be scraping the bottom of the barrel to do that. Like I'd have to play the game a bunch more times before I thought about doing like a level 1. And for Dark Souls 2, I don't think it'd even be possible. I think that would actually be like miserably impossible for Dark Souls 2. Like you could beat the game once that way, but you'd never get to the end of New Game Plus that way. Like that, it'd basically be impossible. I mean, maybe somebody could do it, but not me. As far as I know, no one's ever done it either. Which doesn't mean it can't be done. It just means, you know, I've never heard of it. Okay, so I guess we kill Flame Lurker real quick. I probably won't even cheese him this time. Oh, because the staff regenerates more mana. Because, like, you do gain damage, but I want the mana regeneration staff because I'm lazy. Because I'm big lazy man. I'm a huge lazy man. So I want the staff that regenerates my mana. So I don't have to eat mana items as much. I did use the Crisp Blade. I have it in my inventory. I straight up have it. Yeah, it's right there. But you actually the phosphorescent pole is really broken. You regenerate mana really fast with it. And so I'm trying to like eat as few spices as I can because I don't want to buy them again. I don't want to like eat up all my spices and have to buy more. So that's why. Also, phosphorescent pole is just broken again in melee too. Like you can hit enemies for it really hard. It does really good damage too. Like 110 plus 140, that's pretty good, and 60 plus 27 is not bad either. It's like a really broken weapon. The Crisp Blade is okay. Like I could use the Crisp Blade if I wanted to. But like I'd have to stop and eat more spices too. Like I think with Phosphorescent Pole I get like 1 spell cast per, and like if I'm dodging and like running around and stuff, I get like a ton of regen. So it's just like easier. And then I don't have to unequip it. I don't have to equip it, unequip it. I can just like have it in my hands. It's like really good. It's whatever. Plus, like, for a lot of bosses, you don't even need it to one-shot. No, I need to play Elden Ring. I, like, legitimately have to play Elden Ring. It's one of those things that I haven't done it yet. But I know I have to do it. It's something that I probably should do it before the end of the year. I should probably do it before summer starts and stuff like that. But I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I don't even own the DLC. I need to buy the DLC for it too. Ow. Frickin' Flame Lurker. Ow, oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, oh my gosh. Well, I'm cheesing him again. I don't want to deal with this. Makes my controller vibrate like crazy. He's like, every time he does his dumb thing. Man, I hate this boss. I don't hate this boss, but boy, is he a meme. Boy, is this boss like a huge meme. No! No kill, sir. No kill, sir, please. Pulse. Pulse, Mr. Flame Lurker, no kill. Oh, shoot. Ah! Frickin' heck. Okay, jeez. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. I did it. I did it. Cool. Yeah, I know, El. That's the problem, is that I know it's going to take me a really long time to get it, to do it. So I need to get started, because it's going to take me 1 billion years to do Elden Ring. Elden Ring is going to take me 1 billion trillion years. It's going to be like a year. It's going to be like half a year of work or something. It's going to be months upon months upon months of work. I'm going to stream it for months and months and months and months. So I should probably get started on it, because it's going to take me forever and ever. But I'm going to end stream right now. I got to get going to take care of some stuff. So have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. I think next stream is literally going to be the last Demon Souls stream. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. I think tomorrow I will stream, or I might take tomorrow off, but whatever the case, the next stream is almost certainly the last Demon Souls stream, I think. We can triple check real fast, just for posterity's sake. So I'm up front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, next stream is the last Demon Souls stream. For a while. There might be a Demon Souls stream in the future. Well, I'll do a different character, but for this is the last Demon Souls stream probably. Or I mean next stream. Next stream is the last Demon Souls stream. So whenever I do that, whenever I get around to that, that's the last one. Oh, probably Dark Souls. No, we still have one more Demon Souls stream, but probably Dark Souls 1. It's probably going to be Dark Souls 1 and then Sekiro. Or Sekiro and then Dark Souls 1. I don't know which order yet. I haven't decided. But it's either, yeah. So, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.